Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Elite Promotions is a family-owned company dedicated to providing effective, efficient, and quality promotional products to organizations just like yours. Elite Promotions will make it simple for you and quickly find the products that will give you a reason to use Elite. Elite Promotions is the official outfitter of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, dressing all 6 teams in the jerseys you see on the field and all of our official fan apparel. Be on the cutting edge. Be elite. Elite Promotions, ElitePromo.com.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Nothing like the adrenaline rush of October baseball, because that means playoffs. But there is no autumn wind. It feels a little more like the dog days of summer here in Springfield, Missouri, site of the GRBL Sunday semifinal doubleheader. 4 teams start the day. At the end, there will be 2, and those 2 teams will square off to play for the coveted Howard Bell Trophy Championship 1 week from today on Sunday, October the 19th. But before that happens, we've got 2 exciting semifinal games where the winner goes on, and for the loser, It is all over. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. We welcome you in to sunny and warm Springfield, Missouri, where the action on the field is sure to get even hotter. Right now, 77 degrees. And yes, do not attempt to adjust your device. It is October 12th. It's an unseasonably warm day. Winds are out of the east at about 2 miles per hour, gusting at 6 as we get ready for this contest between the GRBL South Division winners, the Ozark Mountain Ducks, against their arch rivals. Just down the road on Highway 14, the Nixa Suckers won their way into this game by defeating the Republic Locos 5-0 in last week's Eliminators. Cole Roark gets the baseball for the Mountain Ducks. Coming off of a week off, Cole said to me, "Hey, baseball is baseball. I don't mind the layoff," and especially knowing the stakes of this ball game, knowing that it is a playoff semifinal, Cole Roark is going to be ready to go. He's the #1 overall pick in the 2025 GRBL draft, and what a season he has had to show for it. 25 innings of work for the right-hander, originally from Torrington, Wyoming, who now calls Licking, Missouri his home. Just 2 earned runs over those 25 innings on 21 hits, 23 strikeouts to 4 walks and 1 hit batsman, a 0.72 ERA. The absolute modicum of shutdown pitching and quality control. The last time he faced the Nixa Suckers was just a couple of weeks ago, September 28th, in which he threw 5 shutout innings and gave up a single hit. The Nixa Suckers, big news in their lineup today. They are without the services of their Gold Glove award-winning shortstop, Logan Rycraft. So in his stead, it will be Caleb Cole moving over. And that is certainly not a downgrade. Caleb Cole in the GRBL Hall of Fame. So he will move from second base to shortstop, and Arturo Liendo will plug into the lineup. No surprises for the Fish when it comes to pitching. They are going to start the Beef Cattleman from Sleeper, Missouri, Seth Burns. He has pitched 21 innings here in 2025, allowing just 5 earned runs on 20 hits, 12 strikeouts to 14 walks, which is pretty typical of Seth Burns, who keeps about a 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He's also hit 3 batters. He's got a 2.14 ERA. In 6 outings, Seth Burns has only been scored on in 2 of them, and he has pitched a couple times against the Ozark Mountain Ducks. One time went very well on September 14th, in which he threw 5 scoreless innings. The other time was not quite it. He gave up 3 earned runs across 5 innings of work on 7 hits. Let's bring in my partner for this one, Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon and Snacks. When it comes to Seth Burns, we've seen him now for 10 innings against the Ozark Mountain Ducks.
Yeah.
And, you know, kind of a couple of outings, but really when you go back to that pitching performance on September 28th, in which he took the loss head-to-head against Cole Roark, there was a lot going on behind him that helped contribute to the Suckers eventually losing that game 10-5.
Yeah, and actually, you know what, you've brought it up a number of times that I'm a student of the game. So I went back and I watched both games, right? Mm-hmm. So the first outing, he, you know, like you said, 5 scoreless innings. I think he walked 4 guys, maybe.
Yeah.
0 runs. But then his next time out, first inning, Courtney, I know, threw a ball down to first to try to pick somebody off. It went into right field, which led up to second and third, and then back-to-back singles, and, you know, they scored 2 runs in the first inning. But when Seth came out, I believe he was down maybe 4-0, 3-0.
Yeah.
And it really was just mistakes that Nixa made behind him. And if they can eliminate that, I really feel like this is going to be a really close game.
Flip side of that, in that game, it ended up being 10-5. It was 10-1 at one point.
Yeah.
Nixa tacked on some garbage runs late, but, all in all, it was a pretty nice day for their pitching staff. Cole Roark, Brian Sanchez, and then Josh Engler came on to finish out. He threw the last 3 innings in that one. So, speaking of Josh Engler, he gets the start in right field today for the Ozark Mountain Ducks, sort of reinventing himself in this comeback here. He's pitched 18 innings for the Quack Pack, but where he's really contributed is with the baseball bat in his hands. He's hitting .348. He's 8 for 23 with a couple of doubles and 5 RBIs. And last time he faced Seth Burns,
yes,
he had a very good day.
Yes, he did. I believe he had 2 singles and a double. He had 4 RBIs. He was just swinging it really well. And Josh has actually done that a few times. So if he's hot, look out for this team.
Nixa Suckers, on the other hand, have gotten it done with defense. Seth Burns really said as much a week ago, and he and Skylar Carter were up here following their 5-0 win over the Republic Locos. And Justin, I don't have to tell you this, shutouts are hard to come by in the GRBL, and especially in the playoffs. I thought, that was a really impressive win for the Fish, and they got it done. It was not that Seth tried to do anything too special, and he was the first to say, I'm pitching to contact, and I'm trusting my defense to get it done. And I thought he really mixed up. The fly ball to ground ball ratio ended up being about even when all was said and done. So Skylar Carter said, man, we were busy out there, but it was a fun game to play in.
As I say, Skylar Carter had several balls hit to him, and actually going back to what you said about pitching to contact. Honestly, if you're not throwing, like Cole Roark or Trey Turner in this league, you need to pitch to contact.
Mm-hmm.
Ground balls in this league are going to get you a long way, and they will play. As we're watching these guys take infield right now, even Caleb Cole over here, he's taking some ground balls with the Ducks.
With the Ducks, that's interesting.
But it just goes to show that yes, this is competitive, but on the same hand, these guys are all out here to have fun and have a good time. And before I forget, congratulations to Caleb Cole on being nominated into the Drury Panther Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he will be inducted once our season is done. But he's the newest member of the Drury Athletics Hall of Fame, representing the sport of baseball, and that is very well deserved. Some people who saw Caleb Cole play for the Drury Panthers said overdue.
Overdue.
Of course,
exactly.
For us, we have the big bragging rights here in the GRBL. We did it first.
Yes.
Caleb Cole was the first player inducted into the GRBL Hall of Fame, and he's no secret. He's going to have to be the straw that stirs the drink today for the Nixa Suckers. Without Logan Rycraft in the lineup, he's going to be the captain of the infield, which we're pretty used to seeing anyway. But without Rycraft's bat, they're going Skylar Carter, Caleb Cole, Trent Simpson, Courtney Spitz in the 4 spot with Zach Young at the 5, and then Landon Clark will move up to hit in the 6 spot. So, I think defensively, of course, you can't replace a Gold Glove shortstop, but you can replace him with another Gold Glove shortstop, and then they slot Arturo Liendo in the second base spot. Is he going to be a Caleb Cole or a Logan Rycraft? No. Is he a perfectly serviceable GRBL infielder? I think the answer to that is yes.
Yeah. No, and yeah, absolutely. Caleb Cole, hands down, and I've said this from my first year in the league, which was 2017. Caleb Cole, by far, has the smoothest hands I've ever seen. He is very fundamentally sound. He makes plays that you would, older people now would actually just give up on. But no, Caleb is still out there making plays, and his footwork is unbelievable.
And as good as he is defensively, he's really reinvented himself in terms of the offense this season. What a year he's having. 7 for 17 at the plate with 8 runs scored, a double, and RBI. He has also drawn 8 walks and been hit by pitches 3 times, so a .643 on-base percentage for Caleb Cole. He's going to be in the number 2 spot behind Skylar Carter today. That's a 1-2 that is lethal.
Yes.
I don't even. I'm running out of words to describe how much I would not look forward to facing that.
Hall of Famer. Yeah. You're
just on base and hit machines.
In between, yeah, both of them. And Skylar's no joke in that leadoff spot. Granted, I went back and, like I said, I watched the first game. I believe he was 1 for 5 that game. He came up in the 9th inning. It was 6-7. Came up in the 9th inning with 2 outs, bases loaded, and just rolled over on one to AK to end the game. But still, it doesn't matter. Skylar Carter is a Hall of Famer for a reason, and he can hit. So
he was 2 for 4 last week with a triple and an RBI, and that hauled the mail just fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as we were saying, 77 degrees right now. It's going to be a crosswind today, blowing from 1st to 3rd. That's something we haven't really seen this season, a due easterly wind gusting at about 6 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and break down the full starting lineup since we've hinted all around it. Nixa Suckers are the visitors on the board coming out of the eliminators. They will lead off with their center fielder, the GRBL's all-time leader in base hits with 91. That's Skylar Carter. Caleb Cole's up next. He's the shortstop. He's got 72 career hits, so nothing too shabby there. The third batter will be number 3, the left fielder from Waynesville, Missouri, Trent Simpson. Player manager and catcher Courtney Spitz bats in the 4th spot. Batting 5th and playing first base from Willard, Missouri, by way of Bolivar, Zach Young. Batting 6th is the 3rd baseman, Landon Clark. In the 7th spot is the right fielder, Indiana native, who now lives in Springfield, Missouri, Jamar Averyhart. The pitcher will bat in the 8th spot. That's number 18, the cattleman from Sleeper, Missouri, Seth Burns. In the 9th spot is number 9, the extra hitter from Bolivar, Missouri, Ricky Gooding Jr. And in the 10th spot, with Logan Rycraft out of the lineup, from Caracas, Venezuela, second baseman Arturo Liendo. The Ozark Mountain Ducks will go like this. They will lead off with the second baseman from Republic, Missouri, number 6, Brett Gallion, batting second and playing shortstop. His brother is on the Suckers, so the Waynesville rivalry in the Simpson house plays out big with Trey Simpson going at shortstop today. Batting third and playing right field is the Mount Vernon, Missouri native Josh Engler. Batting fourth and playing center field from St. Peters, Missouri, Joe Emery. Batting fifth and playing third base from Springfield, Missouri, the Godfather, Tony Lewis. Batting sixth and playing first base, also from Springfield, Missouri, is Austin Kendrick. Batting in the 7th spot and playing left field from Nixa, Missouri, by way of Rose Hill, Kansas, Ben Hammett. Batting in the 8th spot and pitching from Torrington, Wyoming, Cole Roark. In the 9th spot, the extra hitter today, we expect to see him on the pitcher's mound a little bit later, from Barquisimeto, Lara, Venezuela, Brian Sanchez. And in the 10th spot, the catcher, a hot-hitting rookie from Republic, Missouri. We got to see, he brought his dog to the ballpark today, as a matter of fact, along with his wife and child. That's going to be Creed Smiley behind the dish. And Creed Smiley, as we've said all along, drafted by the Mountain Ducks under the strong urging of the pitcher, Cole Roark. So this is a battery that has very quickly grown comfortable together. They're going to be up against it very early on when the Nixa Suckers send Skylar Carter, Caleb Cole, and Trent Simpson to the plate to get us going in inning number 1. So with that, festivities here in the pregame winding down, we will do the national anthem, come back and bring you a ceremonial first pitch right after this. Back with more Grip and Rip Baseball. It's the semifinals coming at you live and free from Meadow Park, courtesy of our friends at Henry's Towing and Central Bank of the Ozarks.
It started with an idea.
Championship game of the Grip and Rip Baseball League here in Ozark, and we have had a wild one.
It's gone back and forth over the last few innings, just like the season series between these
And
two
became a passion.
I had no idea what to expect.
It's incredibly nostalgic.
A brotherhood was created.
These guys, they're like family now.
Then the community got involved.
My family just loves coming out to Grip and Rip.
And $1,000 goes to ALS in the Ozarks.
We love racing!
Champions were crowned.
Back to back to back for Justin Skinner.
Let's go! Champions!
Mark Webb and the Ozark Mountain Ducks are the champions.
Bring on season 10.
Moon City, baby.
Go Fish.
The Quack Attack is back.
Go Locos.
Let's go Mets!
It's showtime.
Welcome to season 10 of the GRBL. Baseball's ultimate second chance.
Set to go in the Howard Bell Trophy Playoff Semifinals. Cole Roark, the right-hander, who now calls Licking, Missouri his home on the hill for the Mountain Ducks, broke into the GRBL in 2019 as a member of the Henry's Towing High Rollers, and all he did in that first year was win Pitcher of the Year. and the Howard Bell Trophy. The problem for Cole Roark is that he has not tasted that glorious championship champagne since that day. He would like to help the Ozark Mountain Ducks win the title and get a title for himself once more here in 2025. I'm Rance Berger, my partner for this one, Justin Loudon, and Snacks. You just can't beat the adrenaline of October baseball. It doesn't feel like it. You know, it feels like summertime outside, but make no mistake. So a lot of players got here a little bit earlier than they typically do today. Guys had their game faces on in the parking lot, so the intensity is dialed up. The atmosphere is going to be great today, and by all accounts, this should be a pretty good baseball game.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's play some ball. We actually have talked about this a couple of times off the air of, how long has it been for certain players that are playing today? How long has it been since they've been in the championship game? And I brought up Tony Lewis. He's not been there since season 1. So, I'm hoping Tony can get there. And they got a good shot today. And, AK and I've talked, and it's hard to beat a team 3 times, as they are going to have to do that today against the Nixa Suckers.
Cole Roark started Skylar Carter off with a high heater, swung on, fouled back for strike 1, and we're underway here. At 12:03 p.m., no time limits will be in effect for any of today's proceedings, which is good news for the purists among us, as there's a pitch outside to make it 1-1. Coming up today at 3, the Moon City Mavericks take on the Branson Showmen in the corresponding semifinal game. Roark tries a breaking pitch. That's on the outer half. Umpires for this one, Edward Browning behind the plate with Brian Lozano in the field. Skylar Carter is sponsored by the Vineyard Market in Ozark, Missouri. 7 for 24 with 3 RBIs this season. Swings and fouls another one back. A career average of .332 for Skylar Carter across 3 seasons. His name appears on the Howard Bell Trophy 5 times. A record he shares with Mr. 5-time Daniel England for the most championships by a single player. 2-2 pitch is a bouncer, and the count is full. Cole Roark being a little bit careful, but maybe also a little bit nervous here.
He's obviously a competitor, so I'm thinking probably slider down and in here. It looks like what they're going to set up with.
That's what they do. That is grounded to the shortstop. Up with it is Trey Simpson. His throw not in time.
Trying to rush it.
Yeah, and it ended up, it looks like something was off with his release of the baseball there.
Yeah, he just, he pumped his chest. He tapped his chest there, told Cole, hey, man, that's on me. Get me a ground ball here. We'll turn 2. And, honestly, we were talking without Logan Rycraft up the middle with Caleb Cole. This next duo right here with Simpson and Gallion is pretty good. They've turned a lot of double plays.
Turned a few against the Suckers in the regular season. Carter off on the first pitch. He's going to test Creed Smiley. Throw looked good, but safe is the call. Carter did well to slide to the back of the bag and just evade the tag from Gallion.
Yeah, actually, they turned, I believe, the first time they played them. I didn't go through the entire second game, but the first time they played them, they had 3 double plays.
Yeah.
And the Ducks had 2 double plays against them as well. So, one thing about this is they are going to put the ball in play. So be ready, expect it, and do what you need to do to get an out.
So here's Caleb Cole now with a runner in scoring position. He's got a .643 on-base percentage. Just 1 RBI on the air, so he's been the guy doing the scoring rather than bringing home the runs. A pretty fair bit, as that's in the air to right, and this could be trouble. Running over and getting that, and no, it's dropped. Josh Engler dropped it, and so Carter's going to come around and score, and just like that, it is 1-0 Suckers. Back-to-back miscues by the Mountain Ducks as we get an E6 and then an E9, and it is 1-0 Fish.
I mean, coming around third there, Skyler kind of held up. He didn't know what to do, but his dugout was yelling at him. But I will tell you this. I have a feeling that the Nixa Suckers are going to be extremely aggressive on the base pass and put the pressure on the Ducks.
Yeah.
And obviously we see it right there. I mean, a drop ball in right field, and Caleb standing on third. So
And nobody out. The batter is Trent Simpson, who looks at a strike from the left-handed batter's box.
Who is no easy out.
No, no, sir. Former single-season record holder for base hits. Did that as a rookie in 2022. Had 16. He's 6 for 27 this season, but 7 RBIs is a big help to his cause.
I could be wrong, but I'm going to say that I'm probably not, because I feel like these two have faced each other several times.
Yeah.
Even in high school, because Cole played at Rolla, and he was at Simpson was at Waynesville.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the Ozark Conference.
Yeah, they are about the right age for that, yeah.
I would say that they have faced each other a number of times.
Roark got him on strikes that time.
I've noticed something with Cole here in the first inning, first lefties. He is away to lefties, which everybody knows that I do the exact same thing. I'm away to lefties, trying to get them to roll over.
Suckers send up another lefty here in the catcher Courtney Spitz. He's also the team's player manager. As Roark missed with a high fastball at 87 miles per hour. Courtney hitting .250, 6 for 24 with a double and 4 runs batted in. He has drawn 4 walks. Check that, 5 walks. Slider caught the inner half for a called strike. Spitz took a look back. He was careful not to look all the way back. But he made it look like he was looking at the catcher Creed Smiley there.
Like, hey, Creed, was that close?
Spitz has been known to look back. He's also been known to get warned once in a while.
Yes, and you know he's got to be careful. But on the same hand, you know he has the look of, hey, I want to make sure that my guys are getting that same call too when I'm back here behind the plate.
Took a big hack at an 83 mile per hour slider from Roark for strike 2. It's Courtney Spitz for his career, a .321 hitter. He's got 60 hits in 8 seasons. And really, he was a player, you know, at the college level, hit .322 for his career at Drury University. That was 2 seasons long. And as he was a player manager straight away, was really a defensive stalwart who sort of found his bat as his career continued, and he sort of grew into the pitching backward that you see a lot here in the GRBL. So that was an adjustment for him, but once he adjusted, he set the league's single season record for base hits last year with 18 of them.
Yeah, Courtney's first year in the league, he actually drafted me in 2018 with Elite Promotions.
Yes.
Me and Brett Gallion.
Not a bad squad, a semifinal squad as a matter of fact. As here's a chopper to first, Kendrick with it. He will step on the bag, but Cole will score, and it is 2-0 Suckers.
Which right now, honestly, that's playing big for the Suckers. Like I said previous, the game last week or 2 weeks ago when they played the Ducks, Ayers got the Ducks on the board with Courtney throwing it to right field, and then just single. Kind of see something similar here. You know, the Engler, 90% of the time, let's be honest, he catches that ball. But I don't know if maybe the sun might be playing or just took his eye off of it for a split second to see if he was tagging up, what it may be. But right now, the Suckers are up 2-0.
Yeah,
and
that's the equivalent of just landing a big jab in the face straight away.
Coming out and getting those first runs across.
Zach Young stands in here. He's down 0-1 after a slider, and then Roark serves him another bender at 70 miles per hour to go up 0-2.
I'm going to say here comes that nasty changeup of his. That Vulcan.
Gives Smiley the nod. Nope, that was the heat, but it was outside.
88.
Yeah, Roark dialed up. You know, of course, had visited with him quite a bit in the pregame today. He was the first player to arrive at the park.
There's that changeup.
Yeah, that was the Vulcan at 69 miles per hour. You know, Cole, he always tries to appear nonchalant. He's sort of like a duck on the pond, if you will, but you can tell mentally the legs are going under the water. 2-2 to Young, and he just blew him away. 85. Down on strikes goes Zach Young. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Roark, but 2 errors for the Mountain Ducks, and a timely ball in play off the bat of Courtney Spitz make it 2-0 for the Suckers. They lead after half an inning in this Grip and Rip Baseball League playoff semifinal. Plenty more baseball coming your way next.
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health. You're invited to pause and feel connected. Let's practice by taking a deep breath in and an exhale out, and start to notice the space around you. What can you see that is a reminder of your connection with others? Maybe it's a drawing created by a child, a music playlist put together with a friend, a beloved pet basking in the sun. If we look closely, there's evidence of our connection to others all around us.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
Has the baseball for the Nixa Suckers, coming off of 5 shutout innings in the eliminators against the Republic Locos, in which he scattered 3 hits, walked a couple batters, but the Nixa Suckers went on to earn the shutout. So for the season, Seth Burns, 21 innings, 5 earned runs on 20 hits, 12 strikeouts to 14 walks, and a 2.14 ERA. The last time he was scored on was September 28th, and that came against these Ozark Mountain Ducks. Before that, you have to go back to, September 7th against the Branson Showmen. So those were the 2 times that teams have managed to touch up Seth Burns here in 2025. Statistically speaking, he has done his best pitching as a member of the Nixa Suckers in a career that now spans 6 seasons. A lot of that has to do with the guy behind the plate calling the pitches, Courtney Spitz. And here's a guy who played for Courtney Spitz in 2018. That's Brett Gallion, who swings and misses at strike 1.
I believe the success to the Nixa Suckers is going to be how good of a start can Seth Burns get out. Obviously, with not having Logan Rycraft, as he bends another one in there.
To go up 0-2 right away. That's a nice start.
Yeah, exactly. Not having Logan Rycraft to come to the mound later on in the game, it's what are they going to do with their pitching, and let's make sure we got a lead to protect.
Well, Rycraft, I think, up until, and to be clear, he's not injured.
No,
it's a non-injury family emergency is the reason for Rycraft being out of the lineup. The plan would have been to do what they did in the eliminators. Here's a ball off the bat of Brett Gallion into left field. Trent Simpson is there. Makes the catch and the first out. So the plan probably would have been Seth Burns for as far as he can go, Logan Rycraft for 3, and then they bring on a reliever, probably Ricky Gooding Jr. To just finish things out. But without Rycraft to come on and pitch, and he's emerged as a nice reliever here late in the season. Now I think that does put the pressure on Seth Burns to definitely go 5 innings today to go, to max it out, to go as far as the rules let him to go. And then the Suckers will have to piece it together after that. The cupboard is not bare for them. It's just a question of how are they going to go about carving it up, so to speak.
Yeah, and actually, talking about Logan, I actually reached out to him last night and just said, hey man, are you excited about it, and excited to get on the mound, and I'm excited to watch you play, I'm doing the broadcast, whatever. And I said, he texted back this morning and said, hey, I'm not going to be there. His brother from New York has came into town, so nothing, it's not an injury, nothing like that, just family came into town and spending time with them, which is really good.
So Trent Simpson, the batter here, or Trey Simpson, rather. Check that.
Oh.
Apologies. Oh, goodness. That's the first time I've done that all year, for the record. I've been really good with the 4 sets of brothers we've had in the league this year. So Trey Simpson, he's the middle brother of the Simpson boys. He is 6 for 25, 5 RBIs, and has drawn 8 walks. So on-base percentage is good. Typically takes very disciplined plate approaches, as we're seeing here. He draws another walk. So 9 walks in 9 games in 8 games rather, for Trey Simpson.
that's going to be the Achilles heel for Mr. Burns.
Well, so Seth, he does walk batters. That's just always kind of been part of his game. The trick for him is don't walk more than one per inning. And, the Mountain Ducks know that, so I suspect their plate approaches will be as disciplined as Austin Kendrick, the manager, can encourage them to take. Josh Engler looks at a strike there. But yeah, strike one's going to be a very important pitch for Seth throughout the outing. It goes without saying. He needs a high first pitch strike percentage in order to be successful. That's most pitchers do, but for Seth it's magnified a little bit.
Yeah. Be nice to get a little ground ball here to Landon Clark, turn 2, be out of the inning.
I'm sure they'd take it. So 1 away, 1 on. Josh Engler, sponsored by Offen Petroleum.
Seems like he's going away to everybody.
So Engler hitting .348. Well, Courtney Spitz has caught Josh Engler and managed Josh Engler, so I think he knows where the hot spots are.
Yeah.
2-1 here. Trying not to give him something he can turn on. They missed down that time, but you can only nibble so much. You're up 1-0, or you're up 0-1. Now you're down 3-1.
3-1, yeah. Got to just find it. Find that happy medium and let them get themselves out. That's back-to-back walks.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the sucker fish do not want.
No, especially with Mr. Big Joe coming in.
So Joe Emery, the physical therapist with the master's degree in kinesiology, hitting .333 for the campaign, 9 for 27. He's got 47 hits in a grip and rip career that began in 2019. And the Ozark center fielder looks at a strike on the outer half of the plate.
That first pitch strike stat is really good right now for Seth.
Yeah, it just has fallen apart after that, so let's pay attention to sequencing here. That was a slider outer half. That was a breaking ball, no break to make it 1-1.
Just a little spinner, didn't move.
I think, yeah, pitching backwards to Emery here, not a bad decision. That looked like the slider again. That is in the air, center field. Skylar Carter running in, makes the adjustment. And
look at that.
A catch, and then, yeah, you just don't run on that arm. One of the most underrated riflemen in the GRBL,
absolutely.
Perhaps.
And, honestly, Courtney has pretty much 3 center fielders, right?
Yes, he does.
I mean, you got Trent Simpson in left, Carter in center, and then Avery Hart in right. And all of them have arms.
They can all run, they can all catch, and they can all throw.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the Godfather.
Tony Lewis has not won a GRBL championship since season 1. 39 hits in his grip and rip career. He is 6 for 21 with 7 batted in this season. A 500 OBP aided by 5 walks, and he's been hit by pitches 4 times in 7 games. And the ball got away from Spitz. Ducks are going to send the runners, and so that moves them up into scoring position. Just one of those slow rolling pass balls that was just enough.
Coach Odell down there. He's ready to go. He's ready to send his guys.
Yeah, Clay Odell in the third base coach's box. With the Mountain Ducks down 2. First base now unoccupied. 2 outs on the board. Tony Lewis.
Now I'm going to say this with no disrespect to the guy on deck, but you have first base open. I mean, it's not a bad idea if you're walking, honestly. AK behind him is, woo, Big Daddy Hack.
Goodness sakes, yeah, and that's, suckers know Tony Lewis usually swings big at strike 1, as he did there. So now they've battled back. It's 2-1.
But a walk here is not the end of the world.
You can maybe do the unintentional intentional, or increase your pitch around a little bit.
Goodness gracious.
That was the same pitch, same result. Burns pulls back 2-2. That had some late break, dare I say, filth.
I'd throw it again.
Why not? Deuce is wild. They go to
See
the
ya.
high fastball, and what a job by Seth Burns and his catcher, Courtney Spitz, calling up a brilliant sequence of pitches there to punch out of a jam. Suckers lead the Mountain Ducks 2-0 after 1. We'll bring you the second inning of the GRBL semifinal between Ozark and Nixa right after this.
Life is full of things to worry about. Your home's foundation shouldn't be one of them. Vertical and horizontal foundation cracks, windows and doors that stick are all indications that your home has foundation issues. At Foundation Recovery Systems, we offer permanent solutions that help put your worries to rest. Call us today for a free inspection.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Hawkins with Key Cornerstone Realty, here to help with all your real estate needs in the St. Louis area. Do you have a house you want to sell for top dollar? We can help. With over 15 years of experience, our negotiating skills and expertise can help buyers and sellers get under contract fast. Contact us at keycornerstonerealty.com or call us at 636-447-8661. Go Mavericks!
Up for the Nixa Suckers, who lead 2-0. As we get ready for the second inning, it'll be the third baseman Landon Clark, followed by Jamar Averyhart and Seth Burns. Landon Clark, rookie, wears number 7. Sponsored by Elevate Athletics in Strafford, Missouri. Looks at a 69-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch for a called strike. Landon Clark had a good game in the eliminators, 2 for 4 with a triple and an RBI against the Locos. Down to Cole Roark here, 0-2. Roark nods and fires. Clark chops this one foul. Third base side, and he'll get another chance.
You know, his sequence here kind of threw me off there for a second, but then again, the more I think about it, he knows that a lot of these guys down here at the bottom of the lineups are coming up here looking for fastballs. And he threw 2 breaking balls.
That was another. Clark chops it to the shortstop. Trey Simpson up with it. Made the throw on the run, and that time it is handled for the out.
But he threw 1 fastball there. Other than that, it was 3 breaking balls. And, you know, that's just pitching backwards and knowing that these hitters are going to come up here looking for fastballs.
So yeah, could be maybe just trying to catch a rookie out on his front foot. So here's Jamar Averyhart, and Cole Roark has been Jamar's manager during a previous stint in their careers. So this should be a fun little battle here as Averyhart bent the knees and looked at strike 1. Jamar played for Cole Roark's Branson Showman in 2022.
That was Averyhart's rookie year?
That was.
Because he's been with Nixa the last 2 years.
Yes, he has. He had a year with Moon City in 23. He's down 0-2, and Roark just slider. Puts his former right fielder down on strikes for the second out. That'll bring up Seth Burns, another former Cole Roark Branson Showman here. Seth had a great year swinging the bat for Nixa in 2024. He would hit .333. Primarily as a right fielder. This is grounded to the third baseman. Lewis had to hurry, but got it there in time. So a 3 up, 3 down, 1-2-3 that the Mountain Ducks needed. They trailed the Nixa Suckers 2-0. We're in the middle of the second. Back in a moment.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
"81 degrees, feels like 83. Down on the baseball field, probably feels a little more like 85 or 86. And yes, it is October 12th. We are live, coming to you from Meadow Park in Springfield, Missouri. Rance Berger alongside Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon. Nixa Suckers lead the Ozark Mountain Ducks 2-0 as we get ready for the bottom of the second. It's the Mountain Ducks coming to bat. Manager Austin Kendrick. He'll be followed by Ben Hammett and then Cole Roark. The Quack Squad looking to get something going. Breaking ball swung on, fouled off.
This is where Seth needs to have a 1-2-3 inning.
I was going to say, Cole Roark just got one. Seth Burns needs to
answer.
Do the same. And if you're Ozark, you know the Nixa Suckers a little bit short-handed and will be pressing Seth Burns to go 5. So
and you know,
expect some deliberate approaches here.
Yeah, and honestly, that's going to be something to watch for. Is, you know, Seth, when he gets to that middle of the fourth, and start of the fifth that he's going out there, you can tell he kind of wears down. But right now he's settled in pretty nice after that rough first 2 batters that he walked.
And he's ahead here, 1-2. Winds and fires. Kendrick under that one. It's going to get fouled back over the screen and out of play. All right, off the lid there. And the boys are awake.
Yep, we're awake
in the booth next door.
They weren't paying attention.
I know. I think our producer is watching the game now, though. Wake up, Derek. All right, so another 1-2 to Kendrick, and they bounced it, so we'll be back even.
That's not a bad pitch. Now, honestly, maybe go up, fastball up, just like you did Tony, and see if you can get AK to chase it.
AK's choked up just slightly. They try the breaking ball high, and Kendrick bends back out of the way. So now we're full, 3-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Mountain Ducks trailing by a couple of runs. Seth Burns' pitch is over the plate. That is swung on, grounded to the shortstop. Caleb Cole lost it momentarily, found it, and then threw a pill over to Zach Young to get the out.
AK turned and said something to Caleb as he's walking across, and he's like, "Man, why you gotta do me like that?
Why'd you get my hopes up?"
Yeah, exactly.
So Ben Hammett, the owner of the D-Bat training facility franchise in Nixa, Missouri, comes up here. Rose Hill, Kansas is where he originates from. He went to school at Oklahoma Christian University. Now resides in Nixa, Missouri.
I will tell you that Ben Hammett is one of the nicest humans I've ever met.
You would be absolutely hard-pressed to find a kinder soul than St. Hammett. That is in the air to left, where Trent Simpson camps, squeezes and hangs on for the second out.
You know, it's always nice to get those fly balls that, you know, you got center fielders in every area out there that's going to make a play for you pretty much, and Trent Simpson just catches everything that comes to him.
Cole Roark, sponsored by Triumph Sports in Licking, Missouri, stands in.
He's swinging the bat pretty well this year.
He's got a couple of sacrifice flies, a couple of RBIs. Told me before the game, putting the ball into play, trying to make good things happen was pretty much the philosophy going into the day. He's 1-1 here with Seth Burns. Swung at a fastball on the outer half and fouled it back. Mountain Ducks fans out in force. Suckers fans are all crowded toward the front. Not a lot going on in the high bleachers, but
no,
they're all crowded up. There's a breaking pitch, and Burns puts Roark down on strikes. Second K of the day for Seth Burns. Comes at a big time as he and the Nixa Suckers lead 2-0. Back with the third. Mountain Ducks, Suckers, GRBL semifinals.
Your local Hotsy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Hotsy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Nothing Nixa after 2 innings. Suckers coming to bat here, looking to add to their lead in the third. Ricky Gooding Jr., sponsored by the Blue Hens Flea Market and Auction House in Bolivar, Missouri, swings and lifts one in the air to right. Josh Engler tracks it down, reaches up on the top shelf and grabs the can of corn for out number 1.
2 hands while he was learning there, so that was...
I'm sure he's heard Clay Odell holler that enough.
Yeah.
That he took it to heart. Here's Arturo Liendo getting a little bit of run here in the semifinals. Arturo from Caracas, Venezuela, swings and chops one. 3 hits in 2025. He was 4 for 8 for the Locos as a rookie in 24. He's gotten a couple of big hits in his career, including a game-winning RBI last August. Arturo.
Sorry, I'm looking. I have not seen him yet. I got a feeling he's up here against the press box where I can't see. But I was looking for Alan, the Simpsons dad.
Oh, Alan Simpson, yeah. He's probably in the shade. This is grounded right side. A slip and a recovery by Gallion. Then Roark goes down. Liendo crossed the bag and is called safe. And now an argument ensues. So Roark, Kendrick, everybody was giving the umpiring crew the business as to Roark said I had the ball and stepped on the bag. Well, yeah, I think he's going to use as much chain as he has without.
He's still barking.
Now they're still talking. All right, it's going to be a minute before we can tell you about Skylar Carter. So yeah, you've also got to be careful in terms of keeping your mind in the game, right?
Yeah, because I mean I know that it is frustrating when you feel like Cole, for example. I mean, he is a high school baseball coach. Mm-hmm. He's been around the game a long time, and you know he's going to speak his mind about it. But on the same hand, he's got to be careful and he's got to battle back because he's got a Hall of Famer here that
Carter
may have just dropped one.
And that is called foul. Ooh.
That was really close.
Well, really close does not count in baseball. It counts in 3 things.
The only bad thing is if that hits fair, there is nobody covering third.
No, yeah.
Because the shortstop went out, Tony went out, and here comes Hammett. And Cole
would have been up to Cole Roark to cover third with Carter wheeling around. Yeah, really dangerous ball. Skylar Carter, sponsored by the Vineyard Market. Runner at first, 1 out. Roark attacks back. 85 inside.
Probably going to go away here.
Has what he wants from Smiley, throwing from the belt from the stretch position. Liendo goes. So the previous play scored E3, by the way. That's how Liendo reached. It's initially assigned on Kendrick. So the ball caromed off his glove toward Gallion. It actually ended up working in Gallion's favor a little bit to have an opportunity, but could have gone with the old reached on error unassigned. We've seen that scored a couple times this season as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carter. Swings and chops one to the third baseman. Kendrick up with it. He's going to throw to second. They get one out. Simpson had his legs hooked. His throw back not in time, so Carter reaches safely. But the Mountain Ducks defense does keep Liendo out of scoring position.
I don't know what Carter was thinking there. I don't know if he was thinking maybe, hey, is he going to touch the bag and then throw or what? But now Ben Hammett is chirping at Lozano as well, thinking that there was interference on the slide.
And Kendrick he's the Mountain Ducks first baseman and manager. He walked all the way over there to fist bump Trey Simpson. And now he's going to slow jog it back. I think that's just as much to make the officiating crew think about what just transpired. And yeah, your Mountain Ducks got to be careful.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the moral of everything that we're witnessing right here.
Granted, I mean, we are in the third inning, and there's a lot of baseball left.
I know, but it is a semifinal.
It is.
So it is safe to say tensions are high. Batter is Caleb Cole, runner on first. 2 away now. He looks at ball 1 low. So Caleb reached on an error last time. 0 for 1 on the day. 7 for 18 for the campaign.
Granted, I mean, technically, Clay O'Dell is considered a coach, correct?
Yes, he's the Mountain Ducks third base coach.
To save AK and to save Roark, turn that dog loose, right? Let him go out there.
Well, I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to invite that side of the debate, because an umpiring crew can say to a manager, "It is up to you to control everything that occurs in and out of your dugout, sir."
Yeah. And you got the commissioner on third base, so probably shouldn't do that either.
Yeah, there's a lot of coulda, woulda, should, but bottom line for the Mountain Ducks, you got 2 outs, situation's sticky. Try to let your defense get you off the field and then gather it back up before you go back out there again. The 1-2, Carter goes. Cole chops this one, and it's
Carter's
through. Yep, Hammett's throw to Lewis is offline.
Cole's
Tony
going to second.
Knocked it down, and that's enough room for Caleb Cole to motor to second base. Carter slid awkwardly over the bag.
Jammed his fingers.
Yeah, he's holding his hand. And, oh goodness. Now this does not look good. He is in pain. Skylar Carter, GRBL Hall of Famer of the Suckers, center fielder, down, and obviously not feeling good after a slide into third base.
I don't know if he dislocated it.
I thought it was his hand. Now he's favoring a shoulder.
And I don't know if he dislocated it or what, but it looks like Caleb Cole went over there, grabbed his hand,
and extended his arm out. Usually that's the sign of checking for shoulder trouble. Now they just pulled him up by that hand.
So I'm gonna say, he probably dislocated a finger and just got it popped back in.
Oof.
Yep, that's what he was motioning. He's like, yeah, it's over here.
Goodness. So Skylar Carter,
tough dude.
No kidding. If he stays in this game, I'm going to be seriously impressed.
It's the semis. He's a Hall of Famer. He ain't coming out.
Well, and it's funny, we talked about this. He said, man, I am just still hungry. I want to win another bell. It's like, even with everything he's done in his career and everything he's accomplished,
The bad thing is
he stays motivated.
It looks like it's the hand that has the mitt on it.
Right, yeah, he wears the oven mitt on his right hand.
He's staying in.
He is. So now we've got second and third. Still 2 outs. The batter is Trent Simpson.
So I'm trying to think. Is Seiler, he throws right-handed?
Yes. Bats left.
So that is his throwing hand.
Oh, we don't know the extent of what. Yeah. Don't want to speculate.
No.
So we're going to be careful.
Yep.
But whatever it is, he's playing through pain.
Trent Simpson could flip this up even a little bit more and just get a little base hit here.
That is in the air to left. It's getting down quickly, but Ben Hammett is there. Hanging on. Took a good route to the ball. Squeezed it. And he gets the Mountain Ducks out of trouble. So 2-0 Suckers. We'll keep our eye on their star center fielder, Skylar Carter, and a whole lot more as the GRBL semifinals roll on. You're watching Grip and Rip Baseball live and free on YouTube.
Mr. Callahan, let's play Word Connect.
I don't want to.
I'll start.
I'm not gonna.
Air.
Services.
Professional.
Trustworthy.
Quality.
Satisfaction.
Everyday.
Overnight.
24/7. Repair.
Replace.
Air.
Water.
Heating.
Cooling.
VIP.
Membership. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's bad.
Stop.
Go.
Jimmy!
Mr. Callahan!
Fired.
Hired. That was fun. Again?
Call Air Services today.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Suckers pitcher Seth Burns out taking his warm-up throws for the bottom of the third. We are keeping our eye out for outfielder Skylar Carter. Went down and stayed down for a moment after a hard slide into third base in the top half of this inning. He has not yet emerged from the dugout for whatever is going to happen to the Fish this inning. So right now they are without a center fielder. So
there he comes.
And there he goes. All right. So it'll be Brian Sanchez, Creed Smiley, and then back to the top of the order, and Brett Gallion for the Mountain Ducks here in the third.
I'm going to say I think he taped it up.
Well, it's like, what can you do, right? You can buddy tape it, right? Tape one finger to the next.
Yeah.
And depending on which finger on his right throwing hand is giving him problems, yeah, you see him shaking it out there. Guess we're going to find out. Brian Sanchez, the rookie from Barquisimeto, Lara, Venezuela, steps in. Seth Burns has the green light to go. First offering to Sanchez, strike down, lower part of the zone at the knees there.
So, is this 9 batter, right?
Yes.
So
that is hopped off of Sanchez's bat to his fellow Venezuelan, Arturo Liendo. The Sucker second baseman hangs on and gets it over to first for the out.
I'm not going to jinx Seth Burns, but I believe that is 9 straight strikes starting off every batter.
That'll do.
That will do.
Love the first pitch strike.
I love it.
So here's Smiley, the catcher.
Skylar Henson was the one that really
preached
that to me.
He does.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's in the GRBL Hall of Fame. That's we talked about that back in the day when I had a podcast. We did like a 10-minute routine just on first pitch strikes. Talked about that with another Hall of Famer, Andy Galley. And yeah, you sure did. The announcer's jinx. So Smiley, 7 for 23 with a .429 on base percentage, sponsored by Air Services. The 1-0.
Oh, good pitch.
Ooh, yeah, it looked good.
I will tell you
But
that
it is
Creed
2-0.
Smiley has one of the biggest cheering sections today.
And they have multiplied.
And they
are out in force. I don't know if he brought extended family, in-laws, outlaws.
I see a lot of Team Bentley shirts.
Yeah, they are bringing it, and Creed is ahead here, 3-0.
Good pitch.
Yes, indeed, on the inner half. That's a good fight back from Seth Burns there. Yeah, Team Bentley, they have the Smiley family, Creed and his wife Caitlin, have raised thousands of dollars for the Children's Heart Foundation. And Bentley, at 5 years old, has been through more than most of us have been in decades.
He is a ball of energy.
Yes, he is. No, we've had him on the post-game show a couple of times, because, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Who am I to say no to that, right? Creed pulls this one sharply, and that's going to get down in left field. That is now 8 hits in 8 games for the rookie Creed Smiley. What an impact he has made as a GRBLer. So with the Mountain Ducks trailing by a run, they go to the top of the order.
So, honestly, I only got the Hall of Fame, because we get to vote on the Hall of Fame guys. But I have not seen, like, the finalists for Rookie of the Year. But I would say Creed Smiley's probably at the top of that list.
Yeah, he was nominated, I can tell you that. There's a lot of good, there were 25 rookies in the class this time by. But yeah, that was, of the rookies on the Mountain Ducks, Creed Smiley was the one who really got lobbied for. Stay tuned. We'll do all the postseason winners next week in the pregame show as part of our coverage of the Howard Bell Trophy Championship game. Gallion pops that up. Back goes Simpson. He hangs on for the second out. So a long fly out to left field for Gallion. Now it's 1 on 2 out for Trey
To all the
Simpson.
listeners listening out there, I am trying to get some sneak peeks from Mr. Rance, but he is not giving in at all. Normally they come out with a poster or something that has the 3 finalists.
And we will do, well, we won't do that this time. We will do a series of announcements on the GRBL social media channels. So if you'll follow us on Facebook or follow us on Instagram, you will find out some of those award winners as the week plays out. We'll do the Silver Slugger, we'll do Rookie of the Year, Outfield Gold Glove, Infield Gold Glove, Pitcher of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Did I say Rookie of the Year already? Rookie of the Year, and then the MVP. There's a throw back, and Smiley is going to be caught stealing, and it looked like he just mistimed his takeoff there.
I hate to say it, but I don't know if Caleb Cole tagged him.
Well,
I think he was too far out, and Caleb just swiped at him. But either way, it played in the favor of the Suckers.
Out was the call, and so out is the call. 2-0. Nixa Suckers lead the Ozark Mountain Ducks after 3. We are back with inning number 4 in just a moment.
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it.
And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out.
Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original.
With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Suckers lead the Ozark Mountain Ducks 2-0. We have played 3 innings. This ball game now 49 minutes of age. Good start for the Fish, it must be said, taking advantage of a couple of Ozark errors in inning number 1. Just take a 2-0 lead. It has been scoreless since. But Nixa doing the job defensively. This has just sort of been a Nixa Suckers style game up to now. Courtney Spitz at the plate, swings and grounds this one up the middle. Sliding and picking it up for the Mountain Ducks is Brett Gallion. Beautiful play to get out number 1.
Yeah, and you know, we go to look at it, and honestly, that's the tale of so far all 3 games that these guys have played is the errors, eliminating that error, eliminating the big inning.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and that's one thing with when it comes to baseball. It doesn't matter what age. If you can eliminate the big inning, you're going to be successful. We found that out last week.
Yeah, time and time again, the big one has most certainly been a
Well,
story in many big GRBL games over the years. And the Mountain Ducks have gotten the big one in their favor in the previous 2 meetings between these teams, as Zach Young has fallen behind here 0-1 after slicing a foul ball.
And when we're talking big one, we're not talking 1 or 2 runs. We're talking
5
or
or
6.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna call it now. If Young was to get one into this wind, it could go a long ways.
He could definitely, you know, with the wind blowing east to west, it's a crosswind, but it favors righties to pull. And yeah, Zach Young had a true bomb out at U.S. Baseball Park, which is no easy feat in his rookie year with the Springfield Mets. So we know he's got the pop and the bat to do it.
So looking ahead, I'm going to say Cole does throw 5, so this is the 4th already. Then they're probably going to go with Mason Davis. I saw him over here. I don't know how he's feeling.
Yeah, back in the lineup coming off of injury, we'll see, but I know he is, Austin Kendrick marked him down as available. So, you know, they've also got Brian Sanchez.
But that big change of speed.
See what they do. Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then going to Josh Engler. Ow.
That hit him on the hand. Or are they saying that hit his bat?
That's, well, I mean, it's a log. It's not really.
Ooh, well, yeah, either way that hurt. Even if that did hit the knob of the bat, that didn't feel good. 3 balls, 2 strikes now for Young. 1 out, nobody on. Roark's pitch swung on. He jammed him up. This is a slow trickler. Roark's going to have to cover the bag, and does. And then he stepped on it twice. I think he
and
was,
then looked at Brian.
I think he was communicating there.
I just say no. I touched this twice.
So the old 4-1. Little bit of an unconventional coverage there. But that's 2 plays for Brett Gallion, the Mountain Ducks' second baseman this inning. Brings up Landon Clark with 2 away.
You know, and granted he had a rocky start in the first inning, but Seth Burns has really settled in nicely.
Yeah, it's turned into a duel between Cole Roark and Seth Burns. A couple of veterans going at it.
I mean, really, honestly, this could be a 0-0 ball game all the way through right now.
Take away those mistakes we're probably talking about. Mountain Ducks and the Suckers looking to break one open, but
could be like the 15-inning game that happened a couple nights ago.
Please no. 1-1. Bends away to make it 2-1. Landon Clark, sponsored by Elevate Athletics. After that 12-inning eliminator between the Showmen and the Metropolitans.
Yeah, and then
I'm enjoying some pace today. That is grounded, and then off the heel of the hand, Tony Lewis sends one into left field. I hit it through the glove. He's the commissioner. You got to give him a hit.
There it is.
Oh, goodness. They give him E5.
You know,
I was rooting for Landon Clark there. Instead, it is 1 man on, 2 out for Jamar Averyhart.
Because he backs up. That ball bounces right up into his chest. And
let's see. You have to say, like the old with normal effort clause in the scoring rule.
I think we go over this every week.
I feel like we go over it every play. Ooh, what did that hit Smiley? It was a clean miss from Avery Hart, and then it hit the catcher Smiley.
In the shoulder?
Yeah.
I don't know if it got him or Brownie, but it got one of them. And
yeah, you hope it was protector, not flesh. Well, Creed is going to stay in there. If it was, in fact, the catcher who got hit, it is 0-1. Roark took some speed off of that one, buckled the knees. Yeah, Avery Hart's frustrated.
My bet is, knowing Cole, he's probably going to go fastball up. He went off speed, yeah.
Trying to end the inning with a little bit of flair.
Yeah.
Winds and fires. Nope, that was a breaking pitch, but it was inside, and so Avery Hart stays in the hunt. Suckers up by a couple of runs, looking to try to extend this inning. Roark went to the heat that time, got him looking. So 1 above minimum in the 4th. Score remains 2-0. Suckers lead the Mountain Ducks in the middle of the 4th. We're back in a moment.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Nixa Suckers up 2-0 in this playoff semifinal, but they are in 4th place right now in the fan poll happening on our YouTube channel. Just 18% of the votes, 17 votes are in on the poll that Seiler, Bartleme, and Derek Saiko, our director and producer respectively, are running on the channel. Right now, the Ozark Mountain Ducks and the Branson Showmen are the leading vote getters. Snacks, I just saw you clear your cache there to try to stuff the ballot box. That is not going to fly here, young man.
No, sir. But
Moon City Mavericks have 24% of the vote. So yes, vote early, vote often. We want to know who you think is going to win it all.
Could we possibly see a rematch of last year's championship game?
Showman Suckers championship game? Yeah, that'd be a pretty good tussle. I mean, right now you got 4 pretty evenly matched teams. I feel like it was a year for parity in the grip and rip across the board.
I can tell you this: that the Branson Showmen they are locked in, ready to go, especially in our group chat. So
we'll see you guys at 3 o'clock against Moon City. Here's a grounder off the bat of Trey Simpson. That's handled by the Nixa second baseman Arturo Liendo for the first out. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Ozark trailing by 2. Going to send up Josh Engler, sponsored by Offen Petroleum. He's from Mount Vernon, Missouri. 2021 MVP award winner.
Rance, you know what I love about this league? The guys that have played in it that were eliminated last week still come out and support.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I just saw Jared Brashley over here. Colton Simons is here repping a Ducks jersey, repping for Creed Smiley as he coaches in them. It's just, that just shows you that the brotherhood in this league it's a real thing. And it means a lot to guys to have that friendship with all these other dudes. And it's just, it's unbelievable.
Engler flares one, so the question is, if the Mountain Ducks are eliminated today, will we see Colton Simons in a Suckers jersey next week?
No, we'll see him in a purple jersey because I'm going to get him one.
Well, we'll see. I would bet he'll maybe go neutral for the final. We'll wait and see.
We'll see.
1 ball, 2 strikes here for Engler. Seth Burns. Whoa, got a comebacker. Got out of the way. I think
Josh
Seth's
Engler.
life flashed before his eyes, but it's a base hit for Engler, and the Mountain Ducks are cooking again.
Josh Engler keeps hitting against the Nixa Suckers. I mean, that's probably his 5th hit in the 3 games.
Yeah, that's now 9 hits in 8 games on the season for Josh, so great comeback story. We'll see if Ozark can do anything with it.
And
Joe Emery.
We're getting to that inning where I said, hey, we got to kind of watch Seth, see what he does here. He's in the
second time through the order is tough.
Yeah.
That is the 4th inning is a telling inning for a lot of GRBL starters, because everybody's gotten a look at Seth once. You can tell he's also feeling strong. He's not taking a lot of time between throws. This is grounded to Liendo. His play is at first, and Liendo, not always the sexiest play, but sometimes the smartest play is the best play, and they will put 2 outs on the board.
One of the biggest thing right now, this late in the ball game, is collecting outs. You got to get those outs and eliminate the big play, eliminate the big inning.
So here's Tony Lewis, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout.
Away, away, away.
See what they do. Runner on second for the Ducks. Tony represents a tying run. They do pitch away, and it's a looking strike, and you don't have to be a body language expert to see the disappointment there from the Godfather.
Look how far Trent Simpson is back on the warning track.
All the outfielders straight away and deep. That ran inside. And then Arturo Liendo is heels to the grass at second base. Zach Young is playing deep.
Caleb Cole does that all the time as well. So, I mean...
Well, he likes the range, He prefers to charge forward. But yeah, they're playing Tony to send one to the track here.
Good block by Courtney Spitz.
That was very good, as that kept Engler in position at second base. It is now 2 balls and a strike.
Backdoor curveball.
If he can pull even 2-2, it really opens up the possibilities. Instead, that is swung on and sent into
we're gonna have a play.
Field. Odell gave the woe sign, and Engler ran through it. Play at the plate. He's safe. So Spitz was back off the line. Engler slid inside. Safe is the call. He also ran through the stop sign.
Write him a ticket.
It is 2-1. Mountain Ducks cut the lead in half.
Great throw.
Yeah, throw was good. I felt like Suckers did everything except make the out there.
Part of me wonders if Courtney was too far back and he had to come back. You know what I mean?
Well, he had to play the hop on the throw.
Yeah.
And I think that did him in.
But, honestly, getting out here, nothing's hurt. I mean, you still have a 1-run lead.
Austin Kendrick is the batter for the Mountain Ducks. Now the runner at first is Lewis. He represents the tying run. But could that be a play that we look back on in the post-game show and say that was huge?
Circle that one.
It's 2-0 to Kendrick now. A little bit of frustration and maybe some nerves as well mounting for Seth.
Yeah, because, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, he's been cruising right along. And this might be his first hiccup.
3-0 walk.
Here comes Caleb Cole.
Yep. So Caleb Cole says, well, Courtney Spitz, if you're not going to talk to him, I will.
Which isn't a bad, not a bad thing.
No, we've seen this time and again from Caleb Cole throughout his career. It's just sort of something the captain likes to do. And the batter is Hammett, and that may have been nothing more than, hey,
we're fine.
Serve up something that Hammett can roll over on, and let's go back with the lead.
So because they're coming in, and I'm pretty sure they're at the top of their order.
They will be. It'll actually be Burns batting. They're at the bottom of the order.
Okay.
It'll be Burns, Gooding, Liendo for the Suckers in the 5th.
2 outs. Tony on second. Really anything through the infield. unless it's hard at somebody in the outfield, they're probably going to try scoring. And Seth just needs to find it.
Yeah. Until that's tough, and he's not had to throw from the stretch position a lot today, so that's a little bit of it too. And you know, sometimes as a pitcher, I know when you feel like I should be in the dugout by now and I'm not, that can weigh on you, as it's now 3-0 to Hammett. He's missing high. Just not finishing pitches.
No, yeah, he's not coming all the way through. Release point looks a little bit like he's dragging. I mean, it just looks tired a little bit, but
now a step back, no throw. I think half the stadium shouted back to the runner, Tony Lewis. There was no mistaking.
Yeah, there's a pitch. Good job.
Yes, indeed. A little paint on the inner half, rather, to Hammett. Makes it 3-1. Came back and he bounced it, got away from Spitz off the backstop. No play at the plate ensues, but it does load the bases, so that's tough for Seth Burns. You know, an RBI single, play at the plate, and then back-to-back walks, load him up. Cole Roark is going to be the batter. We'll thank his player sponsor, Triumph Sports in Licking, Missouri.
Struck out last time, right?
Yes, sir. Seth has not had a strikeout since. So big opportunity for everybody involved in this play, and Seth Burns threw the slider and located at that time for strike one.
One thing about Cole right here is he's actually widened his stance more than normal.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just a, hey, I'm looking for one pitch, and
breaking ball there. He's also crowding the plate more than he typically does by about half a step.
Yeah. Down 0-2 here.
That foul ball went straight back, which says the timing of the swing wasn't bad. The bat path was off.
Throw your best pitch right here. Make him chase.
Burns tried the breaking ball at the collarbones for ball one. It is now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Roark.
Not a bad pitch.
That was a slider away, and we're even 2-2. Mountain Ducks are going to be running on everything here. Fastball. This is swung on in the air to right, tailing down, and it gets down. Roark brings home the tying run. Throw home will stop it any further, and now the Mountain Ducks have got a rundown. Kendrick is going to have to run, and now the rundown is between the plate. Kendrick to the plate. Spitz applies the tag, and that ends the inning, but not before the Mountain Ducks tie it. Some over-aggressive base running ends the inning, and the old, let's see, what was that? A 9-2-6-2 gets the out there? Yeah, I love one of those. Yeah, got to make sure we keep the scoring accurate. But a big inning for the Ducks.
New ball game.
They plate 2, and yes, indeed, it is a new game. Cole Roark will come out to pitch in the top of the 5th. All knotted up, 2-2, the GRBL semifinals.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sardi McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Pretty big fourth inning there for the Ozark Mountain Ducks, who have now tied the Nixa Suckers 2-2. Bottom part of the order coming up for Nixa, the 8, 9, 10. Seth Burns, Ricky Gooding Jr., and Arturo Liendo. Saw hits that inning from Josh Engler, Tony Lewis, and then Cole Roark to make it 2-2. Burns lifts one down the right field line. That's going to get down. Could be extras, but, well, I think everybody's get up and go just sort of got up and went there. So Seth will take the single, and the Suckers have a go-ahead run on.
So this will be the last inning for Mr. Roark, and most likely we're going to see Seth go back out for the fifth.
Yeah, that's got to be the plan if you're the Fish. I mean, bullpens are both quiet. There's a broken bat shot off the bat of Ricky Gooding. Third baseman Lewis handles it for one. They bounce the throw, but it's good enough. Lewis to Gallion to Kendrick. A 5-4-3 double play. Clean sheets for Arturo Liendo, the number 10 man in the Nixa order. Both teams going with the 10-man batting order for this one. The GRBL teams have the option whether or not to utilize the extra hitter, and both teams exercised that option in this semifinal. Roark starts Liendo with a breaking pitch. That's going to squirt through. Into left field it goes, and Arturo Liendo reaches with a base hit. It's not a bad AB for the second-year man out of Caracas, Venezuela, and he's on for Skylar Carter. So this is Carter's first plate appearance since he did something to his right hand sliding into third base back in the third inning. So it's going to be the, if it's the right hand, right, it's the guide hand on his bat since he hits left-handed. But still, if that injury is severe, he's going to be feeling it.
He's a player, though, for sure.
So nothing in one here after a foul chopper, third base side. Roark rocks and deals. Slider swung on, lifted. It's pretty close. That might be Cole Roark's truck, as a matter of fact, where that foul ball came down. That's unfortunate.
That would be rough.
Nothing in two. Like I said, Cole was the very first player to get here today. He was in the stadium during the 10 o'clock hour, about 2 hours before game time.
And let's see, driving from Licking.
Yeah, so he was in the car by 8, I would say, pretty easily. He had a mission on his mind this morning. The 1-2 to Carter, another breaking pitch. Ooh. Outside for ball 2.
Browning wanted to ring him out. He stepped back like he was like, oh.
I thought we were going to see the punchy, but it never came. So deuces wild now for Skylar Carter. Roark, yeah, go to the fastball. That is fouled off, and that is out of the park.
That is across the street.
All 4 lanes of Fremont Avenue. Somebody's going to earn 50 cents. So we'll do another 2-2 pitch.
Unless that guy over there yells, "Get out of my yard!"
They go back to the breaking ball. Carter slices it off foul.
He's a pesky hitter, isn't he?
Yes, well, look, you don't have the league's all-time lead in career hits without being a tough out. Skylar Carter is most certainly that.
Is that Mason?
It looks like Mason Davis warming in the Ozark bullpen. Carter chops this one foul the other way. First base side. Austin Kendrick made a lunge for it, but ball outside of his reach.
Yeah, that's who it is. It's Mason Davis down there getting loose. I believe Ethan Bryan's down.
Yeah, well, he's the bullpen catcher, among other things.
I love it.
Another 2-2 coming here.
Have you read his book?
Tried a slider. Which one? He's got 11 or 12 now.
Oh, really?
You're talking about a year of playing catch?
Yeah.
Yes. My name is in the longest appendix known to man in the back of that book. So that was the first time I met Ethan Bryan, was during his historic 2018 run where he played catch every day for 365 days. And then, then he went on to have a nice career in the grip and rip.
And now he's one of the best-known bullpen coaches.
I think, bullpen coach, bench coach, I think is the official title they go with, but official gopher, as that is a liner, but it is close enough for Trey Simpson to haul it in and make the snag. There's a tip of the cap. You just saw it. Cole Roark tipped the cap to Skylar Carter after emerging on the winning side of an arduous plate appearance by the Hall of Famer. So the Mountain Ducks get off the field. It is a 5-inning, no earned runs performance for Mountain Ducks starter Cole Roark. Gave him about everything he had, but now he will have to yield to the bullpen in the 6th. We've still got the bottom of the 5th to go, and Seth Burns is out to throw for the Nixa Suckers. We'll bring it to you on the flip side of this break. It's 2-2. Two is our score. Nixa and Ozark knotted up. Only one team will win in advance to the Howard Bell Trophy Championship game. That one's slated to get going at 6:30 p.m. Sunday, October 19th. If you can't be here at Mark Worley Field at Meadow Park, you can be right here on the Grip and Rip League's YouTube channel to catch all the action. I'm Rance Berger, my partner for this one, Justin Loudon. The pitcher for the Nixa Suckers, still Seth Burns, and the batter, Brian Sanchez. Before I can even say Barquisimeto, Lara Venezuela is on with a single to get us going in the bottom of the 5th. So Sanchez, second hit of his GRBL career, comes at an opportune moment, as he is on for Creed Smiley, who has clutched up and delivered some key hits for the Mountain Ducks in his rookie season. 6 RBIs for Smiley, who now has 8 hits in 8 games. Watch that one go outside, ball 1 at 77 miles per hour.
Seth needs to have a quick inning here, try to get another goose egg up there.
There's a breaking ball. Smiley hit it well, and it will drop in front of the left fielder, Simpson. Sanchez will have to, well, okay. He's still going to whoa up at second base. Not sure what the ball just...
I don't know if it just
fell out of Simpson's mitt or what happened there. That was strange. It is back-to-back singles for the Mountain Ducks, who go back to the top of their order. Batter is Brett Gallion. He has flown out to left field twice today, so he's 0 for 2. The school administrator from Republic, Missouri. Originally from Springfield, an old Parkview Viking.
Coached at Parkview.
Yes, he did.
Him and AK both.
It's one of the many reasons why Austin Kendrick has historically drafted Brett Gallion since 2019. Gallion showed bunt, got out of the way, and then the catcher Spitz popped up and faked a throw. We had all sorts of things over that sequence, but the count is 2-0.
Yeah, bunting sucks, but honestly, semis,
nobody out.
Nobody out.
And Gallion showed it again. It's a wild pitch. Runners will advance. Sanchez, as soon as he saw the baseball go back, he was looking straight at the third base coach, Clay Odell. And
is this going to be the inning?
Well, it's off to a favorable start for Ozark. All tied up. Now runners second and third. Still nobody out, and they walk Brett Gallion. That is the 5th free pass that the Mountain Ducks have collected today. And the batter is Trey Simpson. So bases loaded, nobody out. A jammy jam here for the Suckers. Simpson with 5 RBIs in 7 games. And he's drawn 8 walks, so we expect a patient approach here with the infield in. They run one inside. Yeah, Suckers have everybody in on the grass.
Yep, and this is the 4th batter that Seth's not got ahead with a strike.
Now time is called by the batter. Simpson back in. Any ball on the infield is coming right back to home plate.
Yes.
Suckers are trying to keep a run off the board. All tied up 2-2. Bases loaded, nobody out. It is 1-1 to Trey Simpson. Breaking ball runs in. It's 2-1 now.
A hard ball to any one of the infielders. Honestly, Zach needs to realize, hey, they're most likely going to go home, but I got to cover first because Courtney's most likely going to flip the hips and get it down.
That's going to be the next play. Yeah.
Yes. So, 3-1. Seth can't. I mean, you got to be careful here. Nowhere to put him. Good pitch.
It is outside ball 4, and Sanchez will score. And so with that, it is now 3-2 Ozark.
And a very dangerous hitter in Josh Engler.
Yeah, so Engler has reached twice today, once by way of a walk, once with a single in a pretty pivotal 4th inning now, looking back. Engler sends this one up the middle. That's going to get through with the infielders in. Another run scores. That's Smiley. Here comes Gallion. And the Mountain Ducks tack on 2 more. It is now 5-2, a 2 RBI base hit off the bat of Josh Engler.
Bringing in Jamar Averyhart.
So yeah, that's going to send Seth Burns. The Suckers will make a Henry's Towing pitching change, and they will go, Jamar Averyhart is going to be pressed into action as a janitor and maybe more. We'll wait and see. It'll be 1st and 2nd, nobody out. We'll pause 30 seconds, come right back on the other side of a Henry's Towing pitching change.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Ozark Mountain Ducks have plated 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. They now lead 5-2. It's a Henry's Towing pitching change with 2 runners on and nobody out. The Nixa Suckers call on Jamar Averyhart. He's a native of Griffith, Indiana, who now calls Springfield, Missouri home 5 days a week. Works in human resources for the Expedia Group. Pitching stats on the season for Averyhart: 2/3 of an inning pitched, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. That's the line. Gave up a grand slam home run at the hands of David Edwards of the Branson Showmen back in August, and then came on in a similar situation for the Suckers on September 14th against the Ozark Mountain Ducks. So that's the last time we saw Jamar Averyhart on the pitcher's mound here in the GRBL, and this is certainly this was not part of the script for Nixa, as they just straight up swapped the right fielder for the pitcher here. But Averyhart in his college days at NCAA Division III Trine University was a position player, and then had as in his senior season was just sort of offered the opportunity to convert to the pitcher's mound, and he did that. So he has been a relief pitcher. This is not just totally out of sorts. We know he's got good velocity, can send the fastball in at about 80 miles per hour. First pitch he throws to Joe Emery is an off-speeder outside at 73, ball one. But so for Avery Hart, this, I mean, you're thrown into an incredibly difficult situation yet again. That's where his pitching opportunities have been lying, and that's just what happens when you are the emergency reliever in the GRBL.
Absolutely.
1-1 here. A breaking ball. That
pitch.
had some goodness. That had a filthy bit of dip on it, didn't it?
About a foot break there.
63 miles per hour, so a 10 mile per hour drop off of what he'd shown Emery earlier, and then he goes upstairs and gets him. Okay, we may have ourselves a pitcher here. Jamar Avery Hart showing what he can do. That is, all three of the outs he's gotten this season have been by way
strikeout
of the K. That's a stat for you. Now he faces Tony Lewis. This is tough for the Mountain Ducks too, right? They have really no frame of reference. Yeah, they know that Avery Hart gave up one dinger, but they also know he's not been used a lot on the pitcher's mound. But,
yeah, and he absolutely has a cannon for an arm.
They do know he can dial it up. Tony Lewis got under that one, and this could be trouble. Caleb Cole went way back there, but it's Trent Simpson charging in and making the grab.
Well, Caleb kept running back and just kept looking.
He was loose. It's like, Caleb, you've got 3 stars out there in the outfield. Let the boys play.
So it looks like it was a straight swap between.
Yep, they sent Seth Burns to right.
Yeah.
And Seth played a lot of right field last season for Nixa and in his baseball career, for that matter. So that's not outside the realm of possibility at all. Batter is Austin Kendrick for the Ducks. Still runners on first and second.
But he's come in. He got 2 quick outs.
That's what you need from your mop man, right?
Exactly.
Can worry about the finer points of pitching in the dugout at the changeover if you decide you're going to stick with Avery Hart. And it could be the move is that they're going to go to Ricky Gooding or somebody else after this. Suckers are just going to have to piece it together from this point on. 2-0 pitch is low.
Where they're at in their lineup, honestly, if he can get through it here, I would send him right back out.
I probably would too.
Because they're going to be down towards the bottom half.
Breaking ball is out, and he walked him. And that just had the look of a pitcher who doesn't get a lot of reps, and that's what we've got going here. So Avery Hart walks Kendrick. So strikeout, flyout, walk, spits out to have a chat with his mound man. It's a Burrell Behavioral Health mound visit. Burrell Behavioral Health with clinics throughout Southwest Missouri. Help just a phone call away, or you can visit at burrellcenter.com. Of course, in the event of a behavioral health crisis, call 988. So Hammett is the batter. He's 0 for 1 with a walk today. He has flown out to the left fielder for the Suckers, Trent Simpson. He's had a busy day, at least 1 catch in every inning but the 4th, so.
Wow.
Well, with the wind blowing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a big day for left fielders, perhaps.
It will be.
And hey, if I had Trent Simpson in left field, I'd be fine with him getting fed the ball that much.
Especially with him in left and Carter in center. Anything to the left side.
It's 2-0 to Hammett. Avery Hart just needs to settle in and make some pitches here as his outing goes on. There's a called Steve Reich.
I think Ben was taken all the way until he got a strike there.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea whatsoever from the Mountain Ducks with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Now leading by 3 as there's strike 2. Avery Hart dialing it in. Looks like, I think that's just a 4-seam fastball.
Yeah, and he just separates. Like you can see the wall the whole way. It's just like the iron mic just flips it up there.
2-2. Sort of a Yeah, there's kind of a pullback, and then everything comes forward in a hurry, doesn't it? 3 balls, 2 strikes for Hammett.
Best pitch right here.
Sent in a fastball low, and Hammett draws the walk. It is now 6-2. Mountain Ducks experiencing the big one here. 4 runs this inning. Batter is Roark. 1 for 2 today with a single and an RBI.
But on the same hand, you know, Nixa's going to come in. Cole's not going back out, right? So
it is a new game. You got a chance to answer against the Mountain Ducks pen.
And it's most likely going to be Mason Davis facing the top of the lineup. In starting off with Caleb Cole.
There's that nasty breaking stuff again. I'd throw that again.
Yeah,
nothing at 2.
0-2. I mean, unless you're going to elevate the fastball here, which is what they did to Joe Emery. So,
yeah,
he spun it.
The breaking ball, 62, even took a couple of miles per hour off to get Roark on strikes there. So Avery Hart wiggles out of the inning, but not before the Mountain Ducks plated another. 4 runs in the 5th inning make the score 6-2. The Ozark Mountain Ducks now lead the Nixa Suckers, but as Fruit Snacks said, it's a brand new ball game. Join us for the 6th on the flip side of this quick break.
You feel like you're already out of energy? I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga. You do yoga? Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are gonna feel awesome!
Towing pitching change for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Back from injury comes the Harrisonville, Missouri native Mason Davis. He's sponsored by DSG Hotsy Pressure Washers. 7 innings for Davis in 2025. No runs allowed, 7 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 3 hit batsmen. September 14th, Mason Davis pitched 1 scoreless inning against the Nixa Suckers. Did give up 1 hit, but he left the game due to injury, and that was he dislocated his shoulder covering the bag over at first base, and just one of those very, very unfortunate events that can happen sometimes on a baseball field. Tried to stay in the game through 1 pitch and realized that something was very wrong, and immediately left the stadium and went to get help at a medical facility. So that was the last time we saw Mason Davis. It was about a month ago. He's been rehabbing diligently ever since, and so here he is, back from injury and placed right into a pressure cooker on the mound in a key situation for the Mountain Ducks in a playoff semifinal. Good news for Mason Davis, Justin Loudon, is that the team just plated 4 runs, so they gave him a 4-run cushion to work with here.
Absolutely, and you know, Mason's back out here in his PF Flyers.
Yeah, they very Aaron Judge-esque.
Yes, they have very slick shoes, but he's got a very tall task ahead of him with Caleb Cole coming up here.
And then Trent Simpson and Courtney Spitz after that.
It does not get easy.
Yeah, it is 1 foot in the frying pan, 1 in the pressure cooker straight away for Davis, who's going to have to trust his stuff.
What I could see happening here is if he has a 1-2-3 inning, then turning it over to Josh Engler to go 7, 8, 9. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but
also the Mountain Ducks they've got some options for how to piece it together. You know, they also have Brian Sanchez.
That would be my go-to if Mason was to get into trouble.
Yeah.
You want to save Engler for the last, just because, well, it's Josh Engler, right? So you want to. He's embodied that closer role.
Yeah, and he's really leaned into it as Davis threw a strike to Cole there to pull even 1-1.
Thing is, you can get it to him with the lead. I mean, you got a good chance.
So Caleb Cole now 8 for 19 for the season. Inside out swing. Looked like a nice piece, but a diving grab by the Ducks first baseman Austin Kendrick, robbing Cole of the hit and putting the first out on the board. That was a laser.
I was going to say, that ball was
And
smoked.
Austin Kendrick, I think, had to stop and make sure he came up with the ball in the glove there.
He misses that. It caroms to the right, right? And
Yeah,
gets down that foul line.
I think we're talking about a triple.
Another one. And that would be a great way to start the inning for them, but Austin Kendrick made some play.
Here is Trent Simpson. Looks at a bouncer. Trent, a home loan officer. 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a flyout to the left fielder, but the different kettle of fish certainly facing Mason Davis. Does a great job of getting hitters out on their front foot. Simpson waited back for that. It's in the air to center, tailing down, but tracked and hauled in by the former Gold Glove Award winner Joe Emery out in center field.
One thing that Nixa needs to realize is we still have a lot of baseball left. There is no time limit.
Well, and it's easy to be impatient when you just gave up a 4 spot, right?
Yeah, you're like chomping at the bit, like we got to get it back all right now. You don't. One run at a time. Cut it in half.
So here is Courtney Spitz. Suckers catcher is 0 for 2 with an RBI today. Stuck the bat out. And a head shake.
He's like, nope, I held it right here. See?
No, sir. It is nothing in one.
I'd like to see Courtney put a charge into one, and he can. He's got some pop in his back.
He has homered in his GRBL career, as a matter of fact. You look back at the life and times of Courtney Spitz. He's got a home run. He's got 2 inside the park home runs, 2 triples, 9 doubles, 60 hits across 8 seasons. He had a couple of years where he was 4 for, 5 for, so it's really been very strong. He's been a different batter since really reinventing himself in 2022, a year in which he had 14 hits. That is skied. Way up it goes into right center field. Mountain Ducks had a short debate, but it was Joe Emery taking charge. And the center fielder hauls that in to make it a 1-2-3 inning for Mason Davis. Managerial decisions afoot for both teams when it comes to who's going to be on the pitcher's mound. We'll find out together who the Suckers send out on the other side of this break. It's the middle of the 6th. Ozark leads 6-2.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy? I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga. You do yoga every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
A little bit of a pause as Nixa Suckers manager and catcher Courtney Spitz put the gear on after making the final out in the top of the 6th. He is headed behind the plate, and Jamar Averyhart is headed back to the pitcher's mound for the Fish. So, as you kind of wondered out loud, Justin Loudon, yes, indeed, it'll be Averyhart getting some run here after wiggling out of trouble in the 5th. He's going to have an opportunity with a clean slate here in the bottom of the 6th.
Absolutely, and he's down towards the bottom of the lineup. I believe we're
in the 9 spot in the order. This will be it's Mason Davis is going to hit for Brian Sanchez here.
So Davis, Reed, or Smiley, and then back to the top.
Yep, it'll be Gallion due up at the top of the order here.
OBG.
So Mason Davis, well, career stat line swinging the bat in the GRBL is pretty succinct. 0 for 2 with a walk. .333 on base percentage.
Well, I mean, he's decked out, got all this gear on.
Yeah, I got the oven mitt in the back pocket there, ready in case the pizza needs to come out.
Yeah, no, he's Mason Davis is a good dude.
Good guy, good for the league, and cherishes this experience. This is grounded to the third baseman, Landon Clark. Little dipsy-doo dunkaroo on the throw, but it is effective, and it gets the out.
1 pitch, 1 out, ties a record.
Well, hey, that's vintage Avery Hart right there.
As we getting closer to that 3 o'clock game, the Branson Showman guys are starting to walk in, and you saw Trey.
I'm seeing some game faces down there on the concourse. You know, if week 4, week 3, you know, midway point of the season in September, everybody's typically all smiles. Hey, I get to play a baseball game today.
Yeah.
It's looking a little more serious down there. We've got Showman and Mavericks coming up at 3 o'clock.
This dude right here in Trey, who's walking right in front of us, he's letting everybody know that he's in the ballpark.
Trey Turner is here. Stay for the show.
Stay for the show. And, you know, that's actually, he was one of the ones that in the commercial that was cut,
yeah,
he actually said the phrase, "It's showtime." So I got a hold of Jacob, and I said, hey, I got a shirt company here in Lebanon, Results Advertising there in Lebanon, and we had some pullovers made that said, "It's showtime."
I was pretty keen.
Needless to say, get your popcorn ready, because it goes to extra innings sometimes, and sometimes we just walk it off.
I walk Creed Smiley there. Jamar Avery Hart was also in that commercial, by the way.
He was.
He said, "Go fish," and then, funny enough, ended up getting drafted to the Suckers again. So,
you know, and that's
love
funny.
it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, because you have a lot of those guys that are in that commercial that some of them don't even play for the same team.
Well, that's just the way it goes. We shot that back. It was late spring here at Meadow Park. We had a fun night with Harrison Waters from Waters Cinema.
He does a fantastic job.
We had a good time that evening. It was a fun night at the ballpark with 6 players plus Tony plus Harrison Waters and Zach Young, another guy from the commercial, just made
3 of the guys that are in that commercial are on the Nixa Suckers.
Well, I think Courtney watched the ad with interest and liked what he saw. So.
I was like, hey, let's take these guys.
Yeah, Trent Simpson was in it as well, playing the part of a loco.
Right now.
Now it's Trey Simpson batting.
Now Avery Hart is having a really good inning. I mean, he walked Smiley there, but 2 outs already. Get a goose egg here.
Runs one, a breaking pitch. So he walked Trey Simpson last time.
That was the first batter he faced, wasn't it?
It was. No, it was not. That was later. So he came in with Emery batting. Oh, no, check that. Avery Hart didn't walk him. This is their first look at each other. I stand corrected.
Yeah, Seth walked him.
Seth walked him, that's right. Oh, and then it gets away. It's a wild pitch. It's going to be enough with how well Creed Smiley runs to motor on up. And so he will advance to second base. So yeah, this is Trey Simpson's first look at Jamar Avery Hart as a pitcher. Trey's drawn 2 walks today, 0 for 1, with a couple of free passes. Make it 3. He's got to be wondering, what do I need to do to get something middle?
The big fisherman himself here, and Josh Engler, he is one guy single-handedly has turned this game upside down.
Well, he's 2 for 2 with a walk and a couple of RBIs.
And their last time out, he had 2 singles, a double, and 4 RBIs, and Josh is getting hot at the right time.
Sponsored by Offen Petroleum.
Which would explain why he's moved up in the lineup.
Old high-octane Engler has at it again. 10 hits now on the season. He is 10 for 25. So average has gone. It came into the day hitting 348.
He's out.
Yes, indeed. And Courtney Spitz just scoped out Creed Smiley.
Oh,
caught him taking
Claydell wants to have a word.
Well, he'll get a word, but he will not win that debate, I guarantee you. So that will wipe away the 6th inning. We head to the stretch inning with the score Ozark Mountain Ducks 6, Nixa Suckers 2. Back with the 7th inning.
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Mountain Ducks do stay with Mason Davis. Back off of injury, just 4 weeks removed from a dislocated shoulder. Throwing to his co-worker Creed Smiley. Both of these guys work as coaches and instructors at the DBAT training facility in Nixa. So probably countless bullpen sessions have occurred away from the prying eyes of the general public.
I would say that Creed Smiley has caught quite a few of the pitchers in this league that work out there at DBAT. I would say Ben Hammett's probably thrown a bullpen out there, Trey Turner, Mason, and you know, they got, if you've not been out there to DBAT, the facility is incredible. And if you're a young one, youth player, high school player, needs some lessons, needs just some extra work, get a hold of Ben Hammett out there at DBAT and they will hook you up with some great instructors.
Also have a good pro shop there. Here's Zach Young standing in for the Suckers in the right-handed batter's box. A senior planner for the Missouri Department of Transportation by day. Watch that one dip low out of the zone, ball one.
Your producer just came over here and showed me a comment that was made on the live stream by Mr. Five-Time Dan England saying that he's coming for fruit snacks. So just so you know, Dan, I have you a bag of fruit snacks in my pocket. Actually, I've left them in my car all week, so they're probably melted.
Good. A congealed mess of high fructose corn syrup. Showman Mavericks. The war of words has
been going on all week.
A lot of saber rattling, as we sometimes say in the biz. Let's see what happens when you actually have to close your mouths and start playing baseball.
Well, if I close my mouth, good chance I got fruit snacks in it.
That's, yeah, set you up for that, didn't I?
You're welcome.
2-1.
And actually, you know, I told you off air that Tyler's been messaging me, TA's been messaging me all week. And
yeah, he will get the start for the Mavericks today. It'll be Tyler Abma against Cooper Kiesling.
I told him to send his boy over to me, Brooks, and I'd hook him up with some fruit snacks as he watches his dad. So, you know, that's the thing is, it's incredible to see this crowd out here. And down here in the right field line, you got all these kids out here just playing football, just enjoying the weather and enjoying some great baseball.
81 degrees right now with a breeze out of the east. It is 2-2. Mason Davis working against Zach Young.
He's going to throw the frisbee here.
I was going to say, he just took a long time to come to terms with whatever Creed Smiley was putting down. Yeah, that was a 66 mile per hour something rather that Young got out in front of and fouled on the left field line.
So one thing with Mason is he's not going to blow it by you. I mean, and I've said that openly. I've even told him that.
He's said that openly.
Yeah.
Where he works is being crafty.
Exactly. Kind of like Greg Maddox.
Well, he's got to hit corners. You know, Greg Maddox could throw 89. Mason Davis, you know, it's more in just his delivery being unorthodox.
The off-speed stuff is different.
He tried to get Young to chase one in.
65.
He did not. And, you know, Zach Young was an NCAA Division I baseball player and has typically excellent vision. You don't see him chase a lot of borderline stuff. The 3-2 payoff is swung on and pulled, and that's a base hit out to left. And that is just what patient, big-time college-grade baseball hitters can do to you. Zach Young, you know, got into a full count, but did not panic. And he got a nice piece there. So Young is on for Landon Clark, sponsored by Elevate Athletics in Strafford, Missouri. Rookie from Hillcrest High School in Springfield, Missouri.
If you're the Nixa Suckers, you have to score. You have to plate a couple here, right? Because
yeah, I think you need 1 or 2 here at least, here in the top of the 7th.
Because honestly, I don't see anybody warming up yet, but I would say Josh Engler's probably going to come in the 8th. So you have to plate a couple here. Wow. 57
Yes,
miles.
indeed. A sinking curve, we'll call it. Makes it 0-1. If you're Landon Clark, you got to pretend that doesn't bother you, and he does. That is pulled fair down the left field line. Young is going to have to woe up at second. But that was nice stuff from Landon Clark.
Painting it down that line.
Maybe a little bit of luck because he was out on the front foot, but it was fair enough, most certainly. It's back-to-back singles out to left for the Suckers. Sets up Avery Hart.
That's going to be
he
it.
He will get his first look at Davis. Austin Kendrick making a mound visit here. Are they going to put the hook? Yes, they do. So Josh Engler is being summoned in from right field. They're going to go to him here in the 7th with nobody out. Austin Kendrick's hand being forced a little. Brian Sanchez is coming off the bench, but he's going to right. Engler coming in, and Mason Davis's day is done. It's a Henry's Towing pitching change. Josh Engler from Mount Vernon, Missouri, being called upon to throw for the Ducks. And he gets no bullpen session in order to get ready for this thing, so he's going to have to, you know, be warm enough and then realistically maybe get hot in time for the 8th. You know, in terms of endurance, shouldn't be too big of a thing for a guy like Josh, who has been a 5-inning pitcher in this league. 18 innings for Engler here in 2025, 16 hits. He's allowed 10 earned runs, 18 strikeouts to 8 walks, and a hit batsman for a 5.00 ERA. Got touched up for 5 earned runs in 3 innings the last time he faced the Nixa Suckers. And then if you go back to September 14th, Engler gave up 2 earned runs in 5 innings of work on 5 hits. Suckers loaded the bases in the top of the 9th, but Engler generated a ground out to first base that got him out of the inning and won the ball game. If you look back farther in Josh's career, came into 2025 with a 3.17 ERA across 125 innings of work. His career strikeout total now sits at 184. So up until a young fellow by the name of Trey Turner showed up, Engler was the fastest player to ever reach 100 strikeouts. That record has since been usurped, but does still hold the single game strikeout record with 13 and the single season strikeout record with 69. And,
which, honestly, Trey's not pitched since then. So.
Right. Turner stopped at 52 here in 2025 and then was shut down. So the single season strikeout record is safe. Single game strikeout record is in theory always in jeopardy.
Always. Let's see.
But a big situation here for the Suckers, right? You've now got a game tying run to the on deck circle. And you're bringing in Josh Engler, who did not get to do any kind of bullpen warm up. So you're counting on him being able to throw strikes probably at about 80%. So maybe a few more sliders and a few more curves and changes than usual.
If I'm Avery Hart with nobody out, runners at second and first, I'm laying down a bunt. Tony's playing even.
Avery Hart watches a fastball go by on the outer half for a strike.
If he can bunt it between Engler and Lewis,
yeah,
he most likely could probably beat it out.
He's fast enough. Engler has gone fastball, 81, 81. We've seen his velocity top out at 86 this season.
Vintage Engler right here, slider. That is usually his go-to punch out.
Yeah.
85.
Yeah, dialed it up a notch to get the strikeout. So here we go. Josh Engler.
Rance, you may know, but I am trying to figure out who is coaching third base, number 14.
That is Steve Probst. So Steve Probst was drafted and then had a significant back injury post-draft. So he has been in the Suckers dugout this season as there's a grounder to Lewis, steps on the bag for one, his throw to first in time to get Seth Burns, and the Mountain Ducks turn the double play. So yeah, Steve Probst was drafted by the Nixa Suckers in June. Basically had a season-ending back injury prior to the preseason scrimmages, but he has stayed with the club and has been helping out.
Gotcha.
You saw him there, third base coach's box. Not a lot he could have done there, as that ball was grounded right at Lewis.
That is probably the most efficient that Josh Engler could be right there.
That's exactly what Engler needed to get out of that inning.
What, 4 pitches?
A strikeout and a double play.
So
6-2 is the score. Josh Engler preserves a 4-run advantage for the Mountain Ducks, and we have hit the 7th inning stretch. And here in the GRBL, the 7th inning stretch is sponsored by Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible. Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health.
In a world that requires us to be in constant motion, we can focus on moving our bodies in ways that restore us instead of deplete us. Let's listen to our bodies and briefly stretch in ways that fit what we need. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale out as you gently stretch your neck, your shoulders, or your arms. We deserve to build physical rest into our daily routines.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
Suckers stay with Jamar Avery Hart on the pitcher's mound, trailing the Mountain Ducks 6-2. Batter is the pitcher, Josh Engler, who looks at a strike to get us going on the downside of the 7th inning stretch. This GRBL playoff semifinal. The winning team will play for the coveted Howard Bell Trophy on Sunday, October 19th. 6:30 p.m. first pitch time, following pre-game ceremonies that include the GRBL's postseason awards, Rookie of the Year, Pitcher of the Year, MVP, among others. That ball is pulled. We've also got Little League exhibition that afternoon, and a first ever GRBL Home Run Derby is being assembled with, that's going to have some special rules. It is not going to be the purists' Home Run Derby, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Here's a swing and a chopper to third. Landon Clark charging. Hopped the throw, but it got to Zach Young and stayed with him in time to get the out.
So on this Ozark Ducks team, let's see, you got Josh Wilbanks has won a couple of titles.
Yep.
Has Joe Emery won one?
He has not. Joe Emery has been in the title game. Last time that would have happened was 2020. He's been in the semis a couple of times, but has only played in the Bell game once, and that resulted in a loss to the Ozark Mountain Ducks in Season 5.
So that was with...
it's been a while.
That was with Brock Chaffin?
It was. He was with Chaffin's Mets in the inaugural season of the Town Ball era. 0-1. That was
Ben Hammett's won a couple.
Outside. So Ben Hammett has got more than a couple.
3 or 4.
He's got, let's see, 1, 2...
I know Mets and
3,
Showman.
4, yeah. So Hammett's got 4. He had 2 with Justin Skinner's clubs, part of the back-to-back-to-back bills.
Then he got one with the Mets and then one with the
Showman
Showman last year. AK's got 3?
Only 2.
Okay.
One with the inaugural year and one in Season 5. That's it. He's been to the final a couple of other times. That is a great base hit off the bat of Joe Emery, and Jamar Averyhart touched his chest to say, yeah, I just hung that over the plate.
Left it up.
Emery punished it sufficiently. So an admitted mistake pitch from Jamar Averyhart, but a nice job by Joe Emery, it must be said. Tony Lewis is 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. And yeah, Tony has not played for a GRBL title since Season 1 in 2016, and now at the tender age of 41.
Probably, and Tony would probably agree with this, probably in the best shape he's been.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's lost about 50 pounds from what his walking around weight was just a couple of years ago.
Let's see, I'm trying to think of some others. I mean, I know they got Scribner, who's a rookie. Then they got Austin Meyer, probably is
Andrew Meyer.
Andrew, sorry,
yeah, so he's a second-year guy. In terms of just guys who have won championships, Cole Roark won one with the High Rollers his rookie year 2019. That's really it. Josh Engler has never won one. In spite of the success he's had, now he's a former MVP, but he's never won a bell. And then Brett Gallion has never won a bell. So first and second now as Lewis drew the walk. Batter is Kendrick. In the air to shallow center, running in is Carter. A dive, he didn't get it. Cole came up with it. Emery's going to have to hustle, but does so successfully, and Carter, who bounced rather roughly there, is going to be slow to get back up. He is physically had a difficult game.
He has left it all between the lines, my friends.
Scored as a single for Austin Kendrick.
One thing about Skylar Carter is he is going to give you max effort anytime he's on the other side of those white lines.
Well, that's why his name is on the Howard Bell Trophy 5 times.
Had an opportunity to play with him last year on the Showman.
Yeah, a fighter till the end for sure.
That's one dude that it's awesome. And, you know, 90% of the time the ball's hit to him. And, you know, you see the frustration there because he knows.
He feels like he should have had that, even though it was a tough play.
Exactly. And that's what I like out of Skylar Carter.
Bases loaded, 1 out for the 4-time Howard Bell Trophy winner Ben Hammett, who got out of the way of an inside pitch. 2-0. Mountain Ducks could blow this thing wide open here in the bottom of the 7th. As Averyhart's starting to labor, and Suckers will have to change pitchers for the 8th. The ask here is that Averyhart just battles it out and gets them out of this inning before they have to make that change.
And most likely you're going to see Gooding Jr.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I think it's got to be. It's going to be Ricky Gooding for the 8th and probably the 9th. And the other options you've got are Landon Clark. You could use Caleb Cole. You could use Trent Simpson. You know, he pitched some in high school, but lots of guys pitched some in high school. As Hammett went high, he's frustrated with himself there. Count is now full.
If you were to throw Caleb Cole, who do you put at short? Landon Clark?
I'd probably move Liendo
to short.
Yeah. Hammett touches that one. It is poked. Cole is going to hang on, and then the runners retreat back to avoid being doubled off. So 2 away. Situation's a lot more manageable for Jamar Avery-Hart as the Mountain Ducks re-enter Cole Roark here in the 8th spot in the order.
Oh, Cole. Avery-Hart 1 pitch away from getting out of this.
He's trying to, isn't he?
You know, he's actually come on and he's done really well.
Yeah, he got placed in an absolutely impossible situation.
So let's see, he came on in the 5th and didn't give up anything after the 4 were given up.
Right,
and
those were runs charged to Burns.
So if Emery comes across here, it'd be the only run he's given up so far.
And it's tough to go from, like maybe you'll pitch in a janitor's role to, oh, we're going to max you out as he walks in a run there. It just says a lot for his willingness to go out there and compete. 7-2 now, Mountain Ducks.
So I could be wrong, but did Brian start as the EH?
Brian Sanchez?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, so he just re-entered for Mason Davis.
No, Roark re-entered for Mason Davis.
Okay, so I thought he was Bratton in Sanchez's spot.
No, Sanchez is in the 9th spot. If shenanigans occurred, it would have been in a previous inning, as there's a ground ball to the 3rd baseman. Clark got the throw across in time for the out. Yeah, I'm a little crossed up on my sheet as well, Snacks, but that's our story and we're sticking to it. Sanchez grounds out. Avery-Hart gave up a run, but a gutsy pitching performance from the Suckers reliever. 7-2, Ozark Mountain Ducks in the lead. We are back with more of this playoff semifinal in a moment.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Josh Engler back to work for the Ozark Mountain Ducks, who are on the precipice, but it is not over yet. 7-2. They lead their Christian County rivals, the Nixa Suckers, in this GRBL playoff semi-final game. The winner will go on to October 19th, the final edition of Baseball Night in the Ozarks of 2025, with the Howard Bell Trophy on the line. 7-2, Ricky Gooding Jr. stands in for the Suckers, swings and fouls that one off his own foot. Take a moment to thank Ricky's player sponsor, the Blue Hens Flea Market and Auction House in Bolivar, Missouri. Coming up today at 3, Moon City Mavericks, Branson Showman. It'll be Tyler Abma for City against Cooper Kiesling for the Purple Gang.
You know, Cooper's done really well for the Showman as a rookie. He's not going to break. He's not going to blow by you either. But he's got a curveball that is absolutely filthy.
It is 12-6, and it is every bit of the 12 and every bit of the 6,
yeah,
isn't it?
It is, and it is nice. But
sometimes you wonder, what is the limit of gravity against a baseball? As Ricky Gooding did well to get the wood to that. Throw sailed a little bit on the shortstop, Trey Simpson, but Austin Kendrick, a good enough first baseman to make the adjustment and the tag for the out.
You know, Nixa's not out of this. Granted,
no,
you know, we've
certainly not. They've got 5 outs to work with.
Absolutely, and they're one batter away from getting to the top. And
Liendo is 1 for 2 on the day.
I was gonna say he hit one. Didn't he hit one right down the line off?
Yes, he did, and he reached on an error earlier, so he's been on twice today. This is his first look at Josh Engler. He's down here 0-1, or after swinging over the top of an off-speed pitch. But yeah, Suckers, I mean, if this is the inning, this is going to be the inning, as they got the top of the order coming up. Liendo may be trying to do too much there, swinging and missing at 84. Engler trying to dial in a little bit. Goes off speed again, and Liendo got to it foul to stay in the hunt.
20-mile-an-hour difference between that pitch and the last one.
85 to 66, I think it was. Goodness. Fastball again, and he went upstairs at 86 miles per hour. Liendo got the bat to it and sent it back to the screen. Arturo's a competitor, but you know, he's also a bit of a talker. 0-2. Engler is not smiling at all. Slider for a strikeout. What were you saying? The slider has been traditionally
his
big
go-to
time for Josh Engler. There it was.
I don't know if these two have actually played with each other, but I know they faced each other several times. I don't know if did Skyler and Engler play together?
If
I don't
they
think they have.
did, it would have been Josh's first year. Yeah, they did in 2020, I believe.
On the Ducks?
On the Nixa Suckers. So that would have been Engler's rookie year. Let me see, yeah.
Gotcha.
It's been a while. But yeah, they were teammates that first year.
You know, one
first
thing
year for Josh, I should say. 5th year for Carter.
One thing we've talked about before is the consistency in our umpires. These two guys we've had pretty much all year long. And,
yeah, they're the most the workingest crew, I guess you could say.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's different because it was actually one of the first things I said to you today. It's hey, Brian is not behind the plate the first game. Yeah. Normally he is.
Yeah, they've switched it up. So Edward Browning took the plate for this one. Carter lifts one in the air. That's the 92nd hit of his GRBL career. And what did we say? A fighter till the end.
Absolutely.
It's not over yet. Skyler Carter singles into center field. Suckers aren't done. Here comes Caleb Cole. So 2 outs on the board and a runner on. It is going to be up to the top of the order. Maybe you don't have to score 5, but goodness, Josh Engler would like to get an out here.
Hold on 1 second. Look at Skylar Henson has now decided to go double mitts, 1 on each hand.
Oh, Skyler Carter, you mean? Yeah, he's got an extra oven mitt. Hot pizza coming up here, and with 2 outs, I got a feeling he may try to take second.
But now he's protecting both hands.
Well, why not? Caleb Cole looked at a slider down. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Singled off of Cole Roark in the 3rd. There's a called strike. And now we're at 2-1. nods, rocks and fires. They try the slider on the outer half. Caleb Cole didn't chase it.
Caleb Cole's a great hitter. Honestly, I don't know if he takes here or if it's one right there, he's gonna unload on one.
Well, they ran him one inside, and he draws the walk. Misses have been rare for Josh Engler here in 2025.
But if you're Josh Engler, you're thinking about it this way, which I try to think ahead, right? Always try to think to the next inning that you got to face. Even if you give up a run here, right? You're still not. It's not hurting you. It's not going to kill you.
Right.
But now you're getting through the meat part of their lineup, and
this is where the sticks are for the Suckers. For
absolutely.
Certain,
and you got
Trent
two
Simpson.
outs already,
Yeah,
right? So
Simpson fouled one off. It's 0-1.
you get
Trent.
I see, now I did it.
Yeah.
You got both of them. But now you get Trent out here, and you start the inning with Courtney. Either way, it's not. I mean, he's not pitching bad at all. It's just they're at the meat part of their lineup that these guys are good hitters.
I think, finding a way to try to split that 3-4-5 is going to be nice if Engler can do it. He's ahead here, 0-2.
He just painted the outside corner with that one.
That was artistry.
That is one thing with Brownie Izzo, that he loves that inside corner. Well, that's a great spot.
Tried the outer half and a check. Yeah. Josh wanted it. And then an appeal, and with runners on, the field umpire Brian Lozano has had a good view of the frame.
Yeah. I feel like a little flare here. Skyler's going to try to score from second.
The 1-2, this is grounded up the middle to Gallion. Throw to first.
In time.
And the Mountain Ducks wiggle out of trouble with a 4-3 ground out. 7-2 is the score in the middle of the 8th. The GRBL semifinals continue in a moment.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Towing pitching change for the Nixa Suckers. They had to. Jamar Averyhart hit the limit, and so they will turn to Ricky Gooding Jr., the rookie from Polk County, Missouri, sponsored by Blue Hens Flea Market and Auction House in Bolivar, Missouri. Ricky was a Bolivar Liberator, went to Culver Stockton College, now lives in the hamlet of Fair Play, Missouri. 12 innings pitched for Gooding in 2025, 12 2/3, that is. 8 earned runs on 11 hits, 7 strikeouts. Walks have been the problem for Gooding, 19 of them, for a 5.68 ERA. Ricky Gooding reminds me a lot, Justin Loudon, of Seth Burns circa his rookie year in 2020.
Yeah.
Where you saw, the mechanics look good. You can tell he's got good stuff. It's just the command is not quite there after being away from the game of baseball for a little while. Of course, we've seen Seth Burns has gone on to bring the ERA down from 5.5 into a sub-3 ERA, and I think, Gooding, if he decides he wants to stick with it, he's having fun. He can definitely be one of those types of guys going forward in his GRBL career.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and and like you said, just being away from the game, not being on a mound, not having the the routine of
the
Seth
practices,
Burns.
the arm care, all the things that high school and college pitchers do. It's different when you're out in that working world, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
So, but fair play to Ricky Gooding, and he's in a tight spot here. You know, the good news is, you know, pressure's off a little bit. Your job is just to minimize the damage going forward and then give your lineup a chance to do something in the ninth.
Absolutely.
Breaking pitch on the inner half to Smiley, and that's what we're talking about when we say Ricky Gooding's got good stuff. That was a nice pitch there.
And he's going to get that inside call. I mean, that's something with, like I just said last inning.
The umpire likes that.
Did you see the bender on that one?
Yes, indeed. You know, the thing about Gooding is, you know, the element of surprise is kind of gone, so Mountain Ducks are not going to chase a lot of stuff. You know, they're going to err on the side of taking. Although that is a called Strike to the outer half.
So 2-2.
Yep.
He missed down with the curveball. I'd throw it again.
Yeah,
I would throw your
what I was
curveball
thinking.
again on the inside and just let Creed get himself out and hit it into the ground.
2-2, that was the curve.
Oh, it hit him.
Instead he hit him. That's sort of below the booty there. Yeah, inside curve, just a little too in. So Smiley wears one. No worse for the wear. He is on for Brett Gallion, top of the order up here for the Ducks. Brett 0 for 3 with a walk today.
Flied out twice. His first 2 times up to
Yep.
left to Simpson, and
lined out to first base his last time. But that's the stuff like, you know, Ricky Gooding year 1, right? The inside curve's going to run in and plunk somebody. If he hangs with it, you know, he's gotten a taste of what the league's all about. You know, that's a pitch that's going to be there for him in 2026.
absolutely. And you know, this being his rookie year, he kind of now knows what to expect when he comes out here. So, you know, in the off season, that gives him something to work on.
Fastball to Gallion for a called strike, and he battles back. 2 balls and a strike.
See Logan Wiley down here with his little one waving by to the crowd as they're getting ready to head out.
Oh, Gallion hammered that. It is tailing down. Foul down the left field line. Let me tell you, Justin, bringing a baby to the ballpark is always risky business. Luckily
And
here
there
at
is-
Mitter, the security is not, it's not like it's Kauffman Stadium, so you can bring in the
Yeah.
diaper bag and enough supplies for a weekend getaway if you need it.
And you know, there is a bunch of littles out here, and it's fun to watch them all just.
Oh yeah, I feel like I watch people's families grow as ball players' careers go on. It's so fun. And you're really only a stranger in the GRBL stands one time. And that's what's also fun about, you know, the draft and with the roster turnover is there are new friends and sometimes new frenemies made every season.
Season.
Families get to know each other, kids play together.
You know, and I think it was it last week or the week before when it was the last time these 2 teams played each other, and you had Brock up here, and he was saying he hopes everybody does good, you know, Creed and all them, and then he said, well, Courtney, I don't really care what Courtney does. And that was,
Well,
but that's
yeah.
You know, and everybody likes to give Courtney a hard time, but those managers, that group of 6 that we had last year, those or the year before even, was just they all picked on each other, and you know, that's the camaraderie that they had.
Yeah,
the group chats.
The dialogue goes on throughout the year and throughout the off season as that ran in and hit Gallion. So that's twice the inside curveball has not bent sufficiently. So back-to-back hit by pitches. That's tough sledding here. So Trey Simpson, speaking of guys who have gotten on with free passes, he has walked 3 times today.
His hitting, so he got a hitting streak alive?
On base percentage is very strong, but yeah, Trey has hit well.
He's had a hitting.
Came into the day, he was 6 for 25, so no 7-game hit streak, but in terms of production, it's been good. He has now drawn 11 walks. He's got a walking streak. That's gotta like that, right?
Yeah.
He's walked at least once in every game, I can tell you that.
His on base percentage is pretty
astronomical. Yeah, I mean he gets on base. It's money ball. 1-0 to Simpson. That's in the zone, and then that's a throw into center field from the Suckers catcher. But Creed Smiley, the Ozark runner, opting to head back.
Got to share my snacks.
Okay. Wondering what was going on there.
The Simons boy.
I didn't know you'd worked out a snack drop.
Snack drop there.
I don't even want to know. Should be 1-1, I thought.
It should be.
That last pitch was a strike.
You know, and that's something with Courtney. Courtney is not afraid to throw it behind the runners. We found that.
Yeah, well, if you're going to be a Nixa Suckers infielder,
you
got to be ready. Yeah, there's no such thing as a play off or a break between the pitches. Board showing 3-0. I thought it was.
It is 4.
Wow. So the free pass for Simpson. 4 in the game. Went right past the hat trick and did whatever that is.
Quad.
The quad walk.
Quad
Is
walk.
that a thing? I know what 4 strikeouts is.
Hambone.
The golden sombrero.
Hey. The very dangerous Josh Engler.
Yes, indeed. He is no fooling. 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of RBIs and a walk of his own back in the first.
So let's see. They were off last week. So this is the second. Honestly, the week before. So they had the week off or whatever.
You got to go back in time a ways to find a Josh Engler, honest to goodness, out. That is popped on the infield, and there it is. Arturo Liendo hangs on and squeezes. How about Caleb Cole ranging over there to get in his face and just secure the ball anyway? 1 down on the pop out. Brings up Joe Emery. So still bases loaded, 1 away. Breaking ball high, no.
Joe's last time up had a rocket back up the middle.
Was, yeah, so 1 for 4, but last plate appearance resulted in a single. Pulled that one down the left field line. Fair ball is the call. Smiley scores. Mountain Ducks will plate another. They're going to send the house. 3-run score. Joe Emery, a 3 RBI base hit, blasts it open. It is now 10-2.
And I hate to say it, but we are on the verge of having a run rule.
Yeah,
and
so
we've not had one yet, have
10
we?
runs after 7. But yeah, Suckers would, I think they're just going to let this play out. Might as well make the Suckers bat in the 9th, right?
You would think, yeah.
So right now it's at 8, so we'll worry about that if Tony Lewis hits a bomb here. Well, he's swinging for one, but that is going to get foul. Up above the light stanchions and then carrying foul toward the Mountain Ducks bullpen over by the batting cage on the third base side.
Oh, what's wrong with Tony?
Did he wring his hands, or is he holding something else?
Something's.
I can't tell what looks like he's. I can't tell what he is favoring. He's just in some sort of discomfort, but I don't really know what that's about.
I don't know if it was his hand or his.
Yeah, might have just wrung his left hand there, not getting the sweet spot on the bat. Now he's shaking his right hand, so I truly do not know.
Mystery.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second is Emery. Breaking pitch gets outside, and Emery will motor up and take third. Lewis with an RBI today. Came on a single in the fourth. Don't forget, we're not done yet. Moon City Mavericks, Branson Showman coming up in the second game of this semifinal doubleheader. Should be a pretty good dance.
Looks like the Branson Showmen all got their sleeves on today. Not cut out or anything like that, so we're doing good there.
Do wear sleeves and caps at this level.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Austin Kendrick, the Mountain Ducks player manager, comes up here with the squad up by 8. He's got to be feeling good. Chance to go back to a final for the first time since 2021, and Kendrick got under that one. Liendo, the second baseman, camps and catches for the second out. It's 2 away. The batter will be Hammett.
You know, in the next game, you're going to see a lot of original 60 guys. Nick Bacon, I see him walking in. Tyler Jones.
Yep. Daniel England for the Mavericks. Then you got King Owens for the Showman.
I think King Owens is actually the only original 60 on our team. So.
Oh, but speaking of guys who have never won a Howard Bell, King Owens.
King Owens. That's something him and I actually talked about last week whenever I showed up, and him and I we had a chance to talk between innings, and we were playing catch down here when Trey hit his big grand slam last week. But no, that was something I said to him. I was like, man, you've been in the league for 10 years and you've never, and he's like, no. And that's something that everybody in this league strives to do, is at least play in the championship game.
Yeah, there's just something about, GRBL veterans, whether they're originals or not. That first championship is, there's just nothing like it. It's a sensation many of us will never know, but, Toby Yorks was a guy who got that last year, as did Chandler Maples. So there are guys who have been at this a long while
that have only
never heard the bell toll. Hammett looked at a 2-2 and the count is full.
Last year I think it was Carlson's second one, right?
Yeah, he had 1-1 with
Moon City
in 2021. 3-2 payoff with runners on the corners. Runner goes, and he bounced it. He just overthrew a 3-2 pitch there. That's all that was. So Gooding's going to try to shake it off. He will face Cole Roark with the bases juiced for the Mountain Ducks. They now lead by 8. Fans starting to file in for that 3 o'clock game.
I like it.
It's a good time of day. It's usually when the crowd is the biggest. Mater Park feels the fullest. Just the atmosphere over here is really something. Probably about 500 seats at capacity and growing. They're adding more seating.
They are. And the changes that's happened here is unreal. Like it's really nice. From when we came over the first time from US Ballpark and played over here to now, it's the extra seating on the front, and
Cole Roark swings and fouls one off. That's going to stay inside the fence, maybe. Somebody's going to get 50 cents. Roark 1 for 2 on the day. Walked his last time up, resulting in a run.
Two. Gonna throw that real slow curveball.
Mountain Ducks with 10 hits in the game.
Oh, that's my car.
Yep, that's a window smasher, isn't it?
I hope it's not mine. It is directly behind us.
Josh Engler, Joe Emery, Tony Lewis, Ben Hammett, Austin Kendrick, Let's see. Brian Sanchez had one. Creed Smiley had a couple of hits.
I think you got to go with Josh Engler.
We're talking about Elite Promotions, Elite Performer of the Game?
Yeah.
Well, could cop out, you know, but and I've been copping out a lot
You've
lately.
been doing that a lot this year.
I feel like, Justin, you're challenging me to say something with conviction here.
But I mean,
but you know, our motto behind the scenes is "When in doubt, cop out,"
Cop out.
and have 2 player or 3 sometimes share the Elite Promotions, Elite Performer.
Well, you know, if you get
game.
Creed up here, then you're going to get Bentley.
Right. And so part of me is just hoping maybe Creed and Bentley will come up here. But yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. We're not done yet. Here's Brian Sanchez. So Brian Sanchez today, 1 for 3. Rookie from Barquisimeto, Lara, Venezuela. Swings at a little jam shot and fouled it straight back. El lanzador, Brian Sanchez. No gloves. Took his tryout swings with a borrowed bat. Had number 109 on his sleeve. Just, yeah, literally showed up a week early, and then showed up. We were like, hey, is this kid from Venezuela going to be here? Showed up in time. He was like 109 out of 120 or something on the tryout sheet, but did enough to get a shot with the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Pops this one. If it stays on the surface, Young might have a chance, and he does, up against the rail. What a job by Zach Young. Sanchez frustrated a little, but Zach Young hangs on, and the Suckers will come up in the 9th. They are going to need to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 11-2 is the score. Ozark out in front. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball as the semifinals roll on.
It started with an idea.
Championship game of the Grip and Rip Baseball League here in Ozark, and we have had a wild one.
It's gone back and forth over the last few innings, just like the season series between these
And
two
became a passion.
I had no idea what to expect.
It's incredibly nostalgic.
A brotherhood was created.
These guys, they're like family now.
Then the community got involved.
My family just loves coming out to Grip and Rip.
And $1,000 goes to ALS in the Ozarks.
We love
Champions were crowned.
Back to back to back for Justin Skinner.
Let's go!
Mark Blim and the Ozark Mountain Ducks are the champions.
Bring on season 10.
Moon City, baby.
Go Fish.
The Quack Attack is back.
Go Locos.
Let's go Mets!
It's showtime.
Welcome to season 10 of the GRBL. Baseball's ultimate second chance.
So 11-2 is our score. Mountain Ducks have blasted this open. Started in the 5th when they plated 4. They plated 4 more in the 8th. So 11 runs on 10 hits.
You know, that was one thing that we talked about was where's that big inning going to be, right? For the Ducks, it was in the 5th inning.
Suckers have got the 4, 5, 6 hitters. That is the final hope. But they're going to need to come up big. It goes without saying. It's been a big year for the Fish. A little up and down. This was a good squad. They're going to be represented well in terms of
great pitch.
Post-game awards, or post-season awards rather. But yeah, Josh Engler up ahead here, 0-2 against his former catcher, Courtney Spitz.
You know, I believe it was the trivia question that was asked throughout the ballpark, and it was how many times has Courtney Spitz made it to the semifinals? And
all of them. That's how many.
Since he has been in the league, he has been in the semifinal game.
Got
a charge into that one.
Hold of that one, yes indeed. Ben Hammett, the Ozark left fielder, back, and he made the catch.
As the Ducks, getting that first out in the 9th inning is crucial.
That should settle everybody down, right?
Yes.
I mean, and you've got a big enough cushion here, up 9. But, at the same token, right, it's not over till it's over. You don't want to go thinking about next Sunday just yet. But this is the advantage, too, for Ozark being the #1 seed. If they hang on to win this game, they get to sit back, watch Branson and Moon City battle it out, do a little advanced scouting.
I've done that.
Swing and a roller to the third baseman, Lewis.
Wow.
You can tell he's fired up, isn't he?
He is ready
Tony
to go.
is thinking about going to a final for the first time in a long time. He absolutely slung one across the diamond into the mitt of his manager, Austin Kendrick, to get Zach Young.
He's trying to record the outs as fast as possible.
Yes, he is. Tony.
And you can see his wife making her way over here to record it, and
he is thinking about going to that final. Don't tell me this is just a men's league. Plays like that, you can tell it matters.
It does.
Landon Clark here ahead 1-0, sponsored by Elevate Athletics. Had a fine rookie year, all told, Landon Clark. One of many we hope will be back for 2026.
Oh,
might have broken the bat. 2 hops to the shortstop. Trey Simpson, throw to Kendrick is in time. 3 up, 3 down, and the Ozark Mountain Ducks are going to the final. Josh Engler comes on and slams the door. They defeat the Nixa Suckers 11-2. Couple of offensive outbursts, and the Mountain Ducks have punched it. They are going to the final. They will play for the Howard Bell Trophy against either the Moon City Mavericks or the Branson Showmen. So on a big day where lots of Ducks got base hits,
I will tell you right now, there is nothing better in the world than that feeling right there. Getting to punch your ticket into the championship game. And I'm happy for Tony, especially, and AK and Brett Gallion and Cole, that group of guys right there.
For a lot of those guys, it has been a while, or it has simply not been. Period. So they are absolutely
and Josh
a
Wilbanks.
Hungry group. Yeah.
Josh Wilbanks has now made it there 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And so has
Hammett. Yeah. And Ben Hammett with 4 bells. He will have a chance to go for 5. I mean, you talk to guys about like who's your favorite teammate. Ben Hammett, I know, makes a lot of lists, as does Wilbanks. But
yep.
And yeah, for the Nixa Suckers, just a tough way to end it, but this was a good team and a fun team, and there were a lot of GRBL lifers on that squad who I know are going to have brighter days in the future. You know, Seth Burns, it's got to be said, their starting pitcher had an absolute career year. Caleb Cole, what a comeback. Skylar Carter, stellar as always. But it ends here with a loss to the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game is going to be right fielder pitcher Josh Engler for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Number 16 was 2 for 4 with a pair of singles, 2 runs batted in, also drew a walk for good measure. And then he pitched 3 scoreless innings, allowed just 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. So he's been collecting these awards, but well deserved once again. Josh Engler, your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. Well, Fruit Snacks Loudon, we will bid you farewell. Let you go get suited up and on the field.
Time to punch my ticket.
You've got a date with the Moon City Mavericks. Justin Loudon says he's going to go back to the final. We'll find out more about that in a moment. We'll talk something over with the guys from the Ozark Mountain Ducks on the flip side of this break. So don't go anywhere. Post-game coverage and perhaps a little bit of wild speculation is coming your way on the other side of a commercial timeout. Ozark Mountain Ducks beat the Nixa Suckers 11-2 to advance to the GRBL Finals. That will be played next Sunday, October 19th at 6:30 p.m. Stick around. We'll talk things over with some of the guys from the Mountain Ducks.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to Meadow Park, where the Ozark Mountain Ducks are winners 11-2, defeating the Nixa Suckers in the GRBL semifinals. Pleased to be joined by our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game, Josh Inglery. Bienvenido, Brian Sanchez. We're going to try in a little bit of very limited un poco español de béisbol. Momento, por favor. So, Josh, I mean, first of all, after the layoff, safe to say you guys were really fired up, and I felt like, Nixa came out and took advantage of a couple of mistakes early, kind of popped you guys in the mouth. What can you say about the way you guys responded in a game that was pretty close through the first five?
Yeah, no, we've got a good squad on our hand, and that's kind of like the downside to that 2-week break is. The plus is you get healthy arms and healthy back, bodies, but you're a little bit. I had one of those 2 errors in the first inning, so it takes a little bit to get back dialed back in. But we've got a good group of guys that haven't lost touch. So
then a little bit later on, the big one for you guys really was inning number 5, where you were able to plate 4 runs there. Tell me about the 2 RBI single out to center field that came at a clutch moment.
Yeah, no. I've been seeing the ball pretty well all year this year, and then towards the end of this season, I feel like I've been putting the ball in play a little bit better, particularly off of Seth. I think I had 3 hits when I played him last week, the last time, and did okay this time too. So, hope to keep that going. But we're always got a big inning. I feel like multiple times a game. We've got the bases loaded. We're just waiting for that clutch hit to come through, and we've got a lot of guys that can hit it. So,
and then pitching against the Nixa Suckers has been a different story for you. So you get called upon, you get pressed into action coming on in the 7th after back-to-back singles for Davis. So first of all, I don't, I should know this, but when it comes to being a warmer-upper, you typically like to go to the bullpen and not just come straight in from right field, right?
Sure. Preferably, but I think the older that I get, you've only got so many bullets left in the tank. So I think actually this last inning, Creed wanted me to throw him some more pitches so his arm could warm up.
Oh, that's kind of Creed, right?
Yeah. So it wasn't what I would like to do, but no problem. I'm here for the team and whatever it takes to get to the championship. This is my first championship, so.
Well, you're leading right into my next question, Josh. You've been in the league since 2020. 2020, pero cero bells. I don't know the Spanish word for bell. Sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
The big one at the end, Brian. So no championships for you, Josh. Just tell me, you've made the comeback. You can definitely say the comeback part of the story is done, but what does it mean for you to be playing in that championship game?
Oh man, it's exciting. I took a year off. Been wanting to get there. I've been with Spitz in the semifinal almost every single year, and just haven't been able to get over the hump. And we've got a good team, a good bunch of good guys, good manager, and I feel like we've got the team to. It's going to be hard to beat. We're going to get in that championship, and we're going to fight. So, you're going to have to come get our side at our best.
You've got a few guys with similar stories. It's been 2021 was the last time Austin Kendrick played for one. It's been a long time for Brett Gallion. Really, Ben Hammett and Josh Wilbanks are the only two players on your roster with significant championship experience in a while.
Correct.
And then you've got a Tony Lewis who hasn't been there since 2016. So
yeah,
safe to say you've got a lot of guys on the roster who are enthused about the win you just got.
Yeah, absolutely. We really are. Again, our group of guys, I think we're going to be a tough team to beat in that championship next week. So hopefully we can get Brian out on the mound and get him out there pitching good. So
yeah, Brian, no lanzador. Jardinero, is that right field? Yeah, right field. Okay. You're learning. You're picking up English, más o menos.
Let's go, Ozark.
All right, that's good. Let's go Mountain Ducks.
That's right.
I caught that, man. That's good.
That's awesome.
Primero año en la Liga Grip and Rip.
Good.
Losing the word for game, but el último. Tiene
English.
Okay, yeah, big opportunity, big chance for you in your first year in the league. Just what does that mean to you to be playing el equipo último? Very good job, man.
Good, right field.
It's
RHP pitching. Ready.
Okay.
Next game.
Brian Sanchez wants the ball in the next game. I caught that. La pelota.
That's right. I like it.
El lanzador. Let's go. I like that. We can put it together, right? It's funny, I studied Spanish in universidad, pero mucho años. it's been a while.
You did better than me. I'm useless.
I know very limited baseball Spanish. I know lanzador y receptor, and es todo. That's all. I can say the pitcher and the catcher, and that's it. But big opportunity, and you can see by the smile on Brian's face that he's excited. So
he's been a good teammate all year.
All right, well, let's bring in Austin Kendrick. Let him chat because gracias, Brian. Oh, lost the sunglasses there. You got it back. We'll bring in AK. Come on in, yeah. He's an AK brings the entourage as he typically does, but yeah, we'll let the girls sit down as well. So yeah, pardon my baseball Spanish, but hopefully that was kind of fun. And even with the language barrier, I think you can see Brian Sanchez is psyched up, as are many of the Mountain Ducks. Austin Kendrick. Same thing I wanted to just talk to you about is it's been a while, right? 2020. Was 5 years ago. You were in a final in 2021, and that was really the last time. So just on a personal level, AK, what does it mean to you to have the chance that you were about to have on October 19th?
It means a lot. It's always a big-time goal to get there, but getting there is just part of the goal. I told these guys when I drafted them that I just felt like this team was special and that we had an opportunity to do it. And so, I mean, it means a lot. And for the guys to sacrifice as much as they do, to put their teammates in good spots, I mean, it's gone a long way. Like I said, this special group kind of chokes me up thinking about it and talking about it, but it means a lot. I mean, it feels like it's been forever. So it's nice to be back.
Talk to me about the job by your pitching staff today. Cole Roark's 2 runs were unearned, so he goes out there and essentially gives you goose eggs. Mason Davis back from injury after a month on the shelf and a dislocated shoulder and all that stuff, and then you bring Josh Engler on in a potentially high pressure situation, and he shuts the door with 3 shutout innings.
Yeah, and I mean that's just it. Like when you're drafting guys, like I decided to go with that pitching route, and I'm thankful I did. We got a lot of guys that throw strikes, a lot of guys that fill up the zone, but when you got guys like Cole Roark and Josh Engler that open and close it, but being able to mix Mason Davis in there, that's for not throwing in 3 weeks, being able to come out and be as effective as he is, and do a great job getting us through that inning, and then Engler to come in and close it down. That's great. And like I told Brian, normally I would have thrown him, but when you see the Mets take the showman to extras, like it just kind of makes you think about how you're going to manage the game a little bit. And we had to keep somebody there on the back end, just in case we go into a ton of extras and we don't have Josh Engler to keep us in there. So.
Well, and Brian, I think, just said he wants to pitch. However, I mean, Brian contributed in other ways, right? He was one of 8 Mountain Ducks players to have base hits today, and he played some right field for you. So,
yeah.
And you can tell by the smile on his face that he still had fun. When you win 11-2, it's pretty easy to have fun, right?
It's easy to have fun, but I mean, when you get to come out and play the kids' game, I mean, it's just fun. These guys enjoy being around each other. This has been one of the best dugouts I've been around. Just guys in there having fun, talking to each other. Nothing ever seems super heavy. Everything's pretty light and pretty fun in that dugout, which is it's great for this league. That's great.
So final thought before we let you go, you're going to get to sit back and watch the Moon City Mavericks and the Branson Showmen. Who do you want, or who do you think you're going to get?
Hey, I don't know. Anything can happen in this league. I will tell you, I know it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a season, especially when they can swing the sticks like the Showmen do. But the Mavs have a ton of weapons. They've got a whole bunch of guys that throw strikes, and they've got some guys out there in the field that can flat out run it down. So no matter what, we're gonna have our work cut out for us next week, and this is gonna be a good game because it's 2 drastically different types of teams, and if the Showmen can slug their way through it, it could be them. But I mean, the Mavs have got a lot of really good pieces, and they've got a lot of experience from guys that have been in this situation before. So I'll be interested.
Definitely in for styles clashes here from this point forward, and no matter who wins this game, it's probably gonna clash a little bit with what you and the Mountain Ducks bring to the table.
The Showmen are the new Mets. Brock probably hates hearing that, but that's basically what it is. Like they're the new Brock Chaffin Mets. So.
Well, that's there are there's some roster continuation there for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see. We're going to bring the folks Showman Mavericks coming up next year on the YouTube channel, but first we'll say farewell to you, AK. Appreciate Opal and Noli coming by as well, as always. We love to have visitors here in the press box. So 11-2 final score. Ozark Mountain Ducks defeat the Nixa Suckers, and they are going back to the Howard Bell Trophy Championship game. They won it in 2020. They were finalists in 2021, but it's been a while for the guys in blue and gold, and they are excited about it. Today's game's been directed by Seiler Bartleme and produced by Derek Saiko. Our executive producers are Tony Lewis and Harrison Waters. My partner for this one was Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon. My name is Rance Berger. We'll see you right back here for Moon City and Branson, and until then, good afternoon from Springfield, Missouri.